And here we go. Once again. Let's see what we got here. Boom. Get this show on the road. All right, we're going to get started here in a minute. Started here in a minute. Got a big fight weekend coming up again. But before I get on to the fight weekend, man, I want to talk about something, man. Like this day and age, I mean, stuff like this used to happen back in the day too, but now that you have social media, people just really act a fool now. Like I usually don't talk about this type of stuff, but it is kind of like it's not fight related, but it's just things that go on at the event. Like I want people to check out this link. I was just looking at this today, and like I said, it's just a little quick talk on this. So this girl, I guess this past weekend, one of these TikTokers, she was at the event this past Saturday, UFC 274, and she sounded drunk as I don't know what, drunk out of her mind. Had somebody holding the camera for her, and she made a bet, I guess, to run up to the stage, run up to the cage, and I guess just to see how far she could get, right? And so she did. She said, made her little announcement, made her little run down the aisle, and started climbing the cage. And then right from a distance, you see that female bouncer, female security guard just toss her up or like knock her behind back, and she goes flying. And I couldn't tell you, I couldn't be any more happier. I really couldn't be any more happier. I mean, like, that was more action than we seen in Rose and Carla. And, that was fun to watch. I just had to give y'all my simple reaction to that, because it's like, I really get sick and tired of people in this day and age with the whole, all these challenges and TikTok crap, doing stupid stuff like kicking a dog or kicking a lion, or, and trying to just set themselves off for disaster. Like, what do you expect is going to happen when you come running up to the cage? What's supposed to happen? Are you going to get a UFC contract? You know, what's really going to become of this? Running up here. I mean, besides you getting tossed up, is that what you really want? Like, what is it? Explain that to me. And I'm glad that she got tossed. I don't care if it is a woman. I mean, you go up there and do the same thing a man does. Hey, you get the same punishment, get the same outcome. And it was just funny to watch her go flying like that. I mean, I just stumbled across it today, so I thought I'd share that with y'all. Like, we got some real crazy UFC fans out here. Not just the men, but the women too. You know, let's see, who do we got in the building? Well, I was just talking about that real quick. I'm not spending a whole segment. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Let's see. BJ, what's up? Marcus Bell, what's up? I watched some of it. I got to go back and watch it though. This new interview out. Australia, Colostrum, what's going on? MJ said that Karen go that run to yeah. Click on the link if you want to watch it. Live here said, "What's up? What's going on?" So I'm just like, what is it? Like, what's the whole point of this attention thing? Like, why run up there like that? Let me play this real quick. I'm just watching it. Like, you run up to the cage and you climb it. What's going to happen? What's supposed to happen? I mean, what happened is what was supposed to happen, but what do you think is going to happen? You're going to go back and look at that one day and say, "Oh, I tried to climb the cage. Like, I'm not even a fighter. I just got real drunk and acted stupid." for TikTok. Look at her go flying. Yeah, that lady just knocked her down. Yeah, that Karen went flying. And then next thing you see is her hands behind her back and them escorting her out. And supposedly she's banned for life. So good. Good on her. Good on her. But anyways, y'all, let's get into this real talk, man. Let's get into this real conversation, man. What's going on? Let's talk Bellator first. Let's start with this Bellator card. Bellator 281 is going down. Flyweight action all around. Derek Bailey, what's going on? Yeah, this should be a good card, man. This Bellator 281, we got the big one here, Denise Kielholtz and Conor Watanabe, and a couple of other flyweight fights that I'm a fan of. Kate Jackson and Lachanna Green. And Lachanna Green, she's been under the radar for years. She was on that Tough House like 4 years ago. See if I can find her info. Let's talk about her first, because 281 is tomorrow. Right? Bellator 281 is tomorrow. MVP versus Storley at 1 p.m. It's in London, England. 1 p.m. Eastern time. So it's an early card. And we got 3 WMMA fights on this one. So this ain't a late one y'all got to wait for. Y'all can just pop this thing on during the lunch break tomorrow. Let's see. Let's start with the bottom, though. Oh, yeah. One's a strawweight fight. Yeah, this is a strawweight fight. It's same situation, yeah. 2 flyweight fights and a strawweight fight on Bellator. Then the UFC, 2 strawweight fights. 2 flyweight fights and a strawweight fight. Same setup. So we got, let's see, Chiara Pinko versus Lachanna Green. Yeah, Lachanna Green been in the game for a minute. Let's see, when did I first see her fight? When was it? Like, she was in the Tough House 6 years ago. Yeah, it was like 6 years ago in the Tough House. And, she just been under the radar, working. I think she fought in Rising one time. I think she lost that fight. It was Kanako Murata. Yeah, she fought Kanako Murata in Rising and lost like a while back. Then she's been fighting for M4TC for a minute. And now she's back, man. This is her Bellator debut. This, I think, is the highest level she's been in since The Ultimate Fighter. And I haven't really been like keeping up with too many of her fights, I know she was mostly stand up. She had a little bit of a ground game, but you see her mostly working her stand up. So this is one I'm just going to kind of see how it plays out. Because who else is on? Who's she fighting? Chiara Pinko. Chiara Pinko, I want to say she fought at. She ever fight at 125? Let's see. She's a strawweight too. She's a Bellator strawweight. And yeah, she's been in Bellator for like 2 years. Chiara Pinko has. And most of these fighters, they fight at 115. There's not really like a big there's not really like a big crop of strawweights with them. There's not a big crop of strawweights for Bellator. They mostly focus on flyweights. There's not even a strawweight division, I don't think. So with a lot of these fighters that choose to fight a strawweight, it's kind of like what's going on in the UFC with the featherweight division. They're just there. So we'll see what happens with this one. Let's see what we got. Chiara Pinko. She's been more active. She's been fighting at a higher level. She's fought at Octagon, Bellator, EFC. She has a pretty good stand-up game. Submission game is decent. She hasn't fought since October 2021. She's kind of an explosive fighter. So I'm going for Lachanna in this one. You know, I'm more of a fan of her and her style. So the last time I seen her fight, like I said, not too much riding on this fight. It's just something I want to see how it plays out. Maybe it'll be action packed, you know. But I'll say, yeah, maybe let's see if Lachanna can pull it out. It's her debut in Bellator, so we'll see. Um, this flyweight fight between Kate Jackson. Curious to see how this one plays out because you know Kate, she came from the same tough house as Lachanna. They both were strawweights. You know, she's been at flyweight now for a minute, in Bellator for a minute. She has a pretty decent resume. You know, she's fought some tough fighters. You know, right now she's on a 2-fight losing streak to Alima Lay McFarlane and Denise Kielholtz. Before that, you know, she was beating up some of those fighters they were hyping up, like Anastasia Yankova and what's her name, Lena Ankova or something like that. One of these Russian fighters. You know, so she's got a pretty decent stand-up game. You know, she's a good pressure fighter. But, you know, hey, Denise Kielholtz, I mean, this girl. I mean, when she faced Denise Kielholtz laid her out in one round. I mean, big left hook just dropped her hard. You know, so y'all know Denise is the truth. But Kate Jackson, she's a pretty decent skill set. You know, she's getting up there with experience and age, though. You know, we got to see what she can pull off. She's 11-5, 35 years old now. She's facing off against this Alina Kallionidou. She's 8-4. And I can see Kate Jackson winning this one. I think Kallionidou, let me see, she's a flyweight too. And dang, she's fought it. Did she fight at featherweight? Hang on. No, she fought as high as 135, but yeah, she's mostly a flyweight. And she's lost to Brunel and Beck Rollins. So, and Yankova and Sinead Kavanaugh. Damn. So I'm gonna go with Kate Jackson in this one. You know, Kate's been looking stronger, tougher. Callie, and I'm not saying she's a bad fighter, but you know, I just think Kate Jackson has more of a higher level than her. So for that one, I'm gonna go with Kate Jackson. Let me pull this thing up. While I'm pulling that up, let me see what y'all talking about. Yep. MJ 1 p.m. George, what's going on? He said, too bad I had to downgrade my cable. I was watching on Showtime. Prelims is going to be on the Bellator YouTube channel. And Lafayette says, stream any sports. Yeah, if you can't see it. And Bellator needs to build a 115 division. Yeah, they do. They need to build a 115 for real. Because, you know, with Danny McCormick, a few of these other fighters that need to move down. Some of these fighters are kind of small that are fighting in 125. They just want to be ranked, though. All right, got about 15, 16 y'all here. Make sure y'all hit that like as we discuss these fights. Yeah, man, Lindsey Van Zandt, that was a hard one, man. Lindsey Van Zandt, that was a hard one to watch, man. I mean, exciting, thrilling because it came out of nowhere. But yeah, it was tough. Derek said at 1 p.m. I'm glad you said something. I would have been looking for the fight at 9. Yeah, I know. I would have too, but yeah, I remembered it was in Europe, so it's gonna be an early card. Yes, sir. All right. We got 15 people. Let's get us at least to 10 likes, you know, before we continue this thing. Okay, cool. We did that. 15 likes. Let's do that. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Lachanna, Kate Jackson, former Ultimate Fighter alumni. I'm gonna go with them. But let's talk this main event for the WMMA crowd. Let's see, Denise Kielholtz, Watanabe. This is gonna be explosive here. I'm glad to see Denise Kielholtz back. Let's see, this is the third fight from the main event. Let's see, Denise Kielholtz is 6-3, 33, 5'3", 66 inch arm reach. Last time she fought was July 2021. Almost 10 months since she lost a close fight to Juliana Velasquez. Fight I thought that Kielholtz won, you know. I thought she landed enough shots to win that fight. I mean, she outlanded Velasquez. But you know how it goes. And y'all know the story. Velasquez didn't want to give Kielholtz a rematch. So, once again, Bellator flyweight sit inactive. Then what happens? Velasquez loses the Carmouche by TKO. Now she wants an immediate rematch. Liz Carmouche said no. Now she'll be sitting inactive for a while because that's how they do. Kielholtz, though, before this, she was on a nice little 4-fight win streak. You know, she was finishing girls. She's got power. She's a kickboxing champion, Bellator kickboxing champion. Explosive. I definitely say she's got some of the best hands in the flyweight division, you know. Strong, powerful kicks. I just wish that when she fought Velasquez, she would have committed more to inside work. You know, inside work in there. You know, she has the striking to get kind of Watanabe's respect, you know. That last fight against Velasquez, you know, she took some hard blows in there. I think she really needs to work on her defense. Kielholtz, that is, you know, she has good offense, but, you know, one way to have won that fight would have been able to measure range better and put a good amount of pressure on Velasquez and just work and separate, play chess more, you know. But Kielholtz, you know, she's still a monster in this division, and I still want to see her and Velasquez fight again at some point, you know. So Velasquez, she wants the title shot. If she's I think she's ready. I've been looking at her training, but she has a big task in Kana Watanabe. You know, Kana Watanabe 10-1 right now, also 33, a little bit bigger, 5'6", 66 arm reach, same reach. And she doesn't really use her reach like that when it comes to her striking. And, you know, that's what I want to talk about with her. Let's see, last time she fought, June of 2021. Stopped in the first round by Liz Carmouche. So she's been out for about 11 months. What is wrong with Bellator, man? Man, like, what's wrong with it? Like, I mean, I'm glad they're fighting tomorrow night, but these girls are going on a whole year without fight. This flyweight division in Bellator, or UFC, these girls be fighting. But over here, it's like once every 11 months, once every 9 months. A year and a half later, I think Bruna Ellen had been gone for like 2 years, you know? So hopefully more activity is coming in the future. But right now, Kana Watanabe, maybe it was a blessing for her because she needs to work on her hands like big time. You know, she be reaching out to block shots. You know, she be like grabbing at hands. So all you got to do is reach around and land something big on her, knock her out. You know what I mean? So Kana Watanabe, she came into the game into the Bellator flyweight division as a wrestler. You know, physically strong. She been with what do you call it, Deep Jewels for a minute. Rising. Fought that, you know, I'm gonna say like lower level competition, but just that similar competition level in Rising. Not like a variety of styles, you know what I mean? Like compared to Bellator. And got a lot of finishes over there. You know, some good ground and pound finishes, submission, ground and pound finishes, submissions. But so when she stepped her game up here, oh man, like when she signed to Bellator, her first 2 fights, Of course, she won them, but they were fights that she could have lost. I mean, if you go back and look, Kana Watanabe's hand game to me is something that she should have been. Hopefully, she's working on. Hopefully, Kana Watanabe's working on her striking. Hopefully, she took the past 11 months to work on her striking, because if you look back at her win, let's see what's her name, Alara Hawani. Look back at that fight. Kana Watanabe was getting pieced up in that one. Watanabe was getting pieced up. You know, it was the fact that Hawani decided to go to the ground with her and stay on the ground instead of getting back up and separate. You know, she wanted to go in there and take this thing to the ground. So, big, strong grappler, big, strong wrestler, and Kana Watanabe took full advantage and stopped her. Right? Then her next fight, she went from 2019 to 2021. So a year later, Alejandra Lara dropped the split decision to Kana Watanabe. And again, Lara, if she had fought smarter and used her IQ, defense, instead of trying to brawl, she probably could have won this fight. It was a split decision. In my eyes, I thought Lara did enough to win, but I saw where she could have lost it too. So again, if you look at these fights, y'all know Kana Watanabe's weakness. Then going into her fight against Liz Carmouche, boom, right hand, put that girl in the cage and stopped her in the first round. So that's all it was. That's all it was coming down to. Somebody that was going to commit to accurate striking and just land the perfect shot. I mean, her chin was gone in that fight. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull that highlight up. Carmouche and Watanabe. Watanabe. Oh, they got the. No, let me see here. Oh, dang, my video comes up. They ain't got the full fight of this. Let's see. Kana Watanabe. Let's see. Liz Carmouche stops her in 35 seconds. Yeah, that was my video. They don't have the full fight of this thing up. It's just 35 seconds. Anyways, y'all get the story. 35 seconds is all it took for Liz Carmouche to lay her out on the cage. So with that, this kickboxer, Denise Kielholtz, versus this wrestler, this judoka, I think, Kana Watanabe is a judoka, but Denise Kielholtz is also a judoka. She also has a black belt in judo. I'm going to have to go with Denise Kielholtz in this one. For one, I think Kielholtz has got the striking. She's got the reach. She knows how to use it. She's got the head kick attack. She's got the mid-range fighting down. She has what's needed to get the respect of Kana Watanabe. The thing is, she has to use her feet a little bit more to keep this thing at a range, right? You don't want to go in there and get into the grasp of Watanabe. Yeah, Kielholtz, she has judo as well, but I think both of these fighters, knowing they have the judo element, they might cancel it out, and you might see Watanabe wrestling here more. She's probably going to try to wrestle Kielholtz to the cage and close distance, because that's what she's going to need to do. So it's on Kielholtz to work the tie clinch, her knees, and just look for the big shot. The big shot like the other fighters did, Don't go into a brawl. Look for the big shot. Don't fight her on the ground. Don't give the big grappler the chance in this one. She's 3 inches taller, big, muscular. Let her gas herself out. Keep the jab in her face. Kanda Watanabe, she got to do the opposite. Don't try to strike with Kielholtz. I don't think her striking has improved in 11 months to hang with this kickboxer. You know what I mean? But Kielholtz, she could she's gonna make she can make this an easy night. She can make this an easy night. The blueprint is there to beat Watanabe, in my opinion. It definitely there. I mean, look at her 3 fights again. Like her 2 fights that she lost. 2 fights that she won. There's a blueprint to beat her. Don't let her get on you. Don't let the big fighter get on you, because the minute she gets closed in, I mean, it's gonna be a problem, especially on the ground. So avoid ground for Kielholtz. Keep range. Look for head kicks. Look for that chin. Make it an easy night. Make it an early night. Watanabe, close distance, wrestle, get it down, work on the inside. Dirty box on the inside is her only hope, by holding and hitting. But I don't even think she can do that, because even when she reaches out, her chin is wide open, and somebody with the IQ of Kielholtz, with her striking technique, she's gonna land on that chin. So with that being said, I'm gonna go with Kielholtz by TKO. I'm gonna go with Kielholtz by TKO. First to second round. I think when she gets her rhythm going, she can catch Watanabe coming in. I think, like I said, Watanabe might resort to old ways and trying to shoot in, trying to close in, and she's going to eat big shots on the inside in a clinch or from a distance. Don't get me wrong, Watanabe good at what she does, but there's different levels here, And if they're not working on them hands and defense, because her defense is very good. They can get the offense down, maybe get her to work on her overhand right with her being so big. But as far as her defense, I don't know if she's going to have that down. She's going to be eating shots. So I see Kielholtz stopping her. Let me see, what do y'all got? Let's see. MJ said Kielholtz will win by TKO. I'm only interested in that fight. Kielholtz needs to come over to the UFC. Marcus says Watanabe's wrestling doesn't work for her. She's screwed. I agree. Yeah, that's going to be a big part of it. Yeah, we got almost 20 people in here. And like TJ said, I'll cut the stream earlier. I'm going to cut it earlier. No, I'm going to cut it at the 80-minute mark. All right. Let's see what else we got. So those are my picks for Bellator. Lachanna, Kate. Analyst fan pick, I'm going for Lachanna. Analyst pick, off of activity and experience, I could see Chiara Pinko winning that fight. I think Kate Jackson's going to win hers. I think Denise Kielholtz has got it by TKO. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to this UFC fight night card. Let's see what we got here. Same setup. 1 strawweight fight, 2 flyweight fights. Only difference is the UFC has a division for both. 1 strawweight fight, 2 flyweight fights. Let's see. Let's go down the line. What do I got lined up here? Verna Jandiroba, Angela Hill. Okay, so this is a fight for Verna to step out of the box. I mean, Verna came into the UFC looking like a threat somewhat. She handed Felice Herrig her first loss. Let me see. Who else did she stop? Kanako Murata. I did pick Verna Did I pick Verna? Yeah, I did pick Verna to submit her. Yeah, I picked her to submit her, but it was a stoppage. Kanako had held out till that arm broke, I think. Yeah. So Verna, she's fighting at a certain level. Like, she's got great jiu-jitsu, but this is a reoccurring thing here I'm talking about. Like, she's been working on the striking, but once again, defense. Like, this girl's defense is just not. She's still getting hit. Like, she's still eating clean shots. Like, yes, she'll take chances and let her hands go, but I think that she just needs to work. Like, Verna Jenner needs to work more on them hands and her movement. I think she's a little bit better than Dern with some things, but she's not committing fully to what she could do with her striking. It's more than just lobbing the same right hand over. You got to be more of a variety striker in there that's going to get you some takedowns, land some big shots that throw your opponent off. Then it should be easy when you get it to the ground, Let's see, she lost to Carlos Esparza too. Verna comes in very dangerous. Everybody was like, even myself, I was like, this fighter, she might make it to the top 10. But then when I saw her like get nullified by Carla, I was like, uh-oh. And then she did what she was supposed to do against Mallory Martin and Felice Herrig, right? Those a little bit below her level. Then the Mackenzie Dern fight. Did I pick her to beat Mackenzie? I think I did. Yeah. That one was close. I still argue that fight, but as it ages, it don't really hold up. To me, it's like it could have gone either way. And there's nobody to blame but Jandiroba. There's nobody to blame but Jandiroba in that fight against Dern, Then she stops Kanako like I thought. Then loses to Ribas. And that's where you kind of see the comparison there. Like, you see Ribas is more of a closer to a complete fighter, somebody just as good with jiu-jitsu, but her execution and her IQ is better than Verna General, I think, as a whole. She makes better choices when it comes to fighting in the pocket, striking from the outside. I think Verna, she does some nice things, but then she'll stick to one or two things and it becomes predictable, So we'll see. She needs to step out of the box in this one. We'll see. It's definitely not her last chance. This is, it's really her last chance when you think about being considered a threat, because right now she's lost to those fighters with levels like Esparza, Dern, and Ribas. She don't want to become a journeywoman, right? You don't want to be that. As for Angela Hill, oh man. Well, first off, let's see. Verna Jandiroba, 17-3. Yeah, black belt jiu-jitsu, 5'4". I think she's like 5'4", 5'5". She only look 5'3". 64-inch reach. Been working on her striking. Her right hand is good. Just need to see a little bit more from her. TJ said Verna wins. Hill's getting cut. MJ said Verna needs to build some muscle. Yeah, Carla was. I won't say she needs to build muscle. She's been, since the Carla fight, she's built muscle. If you look at her in the Mackenzie Dern fight, she's gotten bigger. Yeah, she has gotten bigger. Like, if you look at her against Kanako, she was big in that fight. I don't think it's like muscle. It might just be, physical strength. Yeah, because she's gotten bigger. If you look at her arms. Yeah. But she's got some good tools. It's just execution, man. Just execution. Oh, boy. Let's see. Angela Hill. Angela Hill. Let's see what we got for Angela Hill. Y'all know Angela Hill. 13-11. Very active fighter. Maybe too active. Maybe too active. or just not improving enough when she takes fights on on short notice. 37 years old now, 64.5-inch reach, about 5'3", 5'4", I'd say. And she's on a 2-fight losing streak. Before that, she beat Ashley Yoder. Before that, she was on a very questionable 2-fight losing streak. I thought she beat Claudia Gadelha and Michelle Waterson. Beat Ashley Yoder, lost to Tisha Torres pretty convincingly. Amanda Lemos fight, I thought Amanda Lemos won, but it was close. What more can I say about Angela Hill? I did a video talking about Angela Hill and talking about what she needs to do to get her game back. Lafayette said, I'm taking Angela Hill. Her back is against the wall. Okay. MJ said, don't hope that Hill will get cut. She was taking lots of short notice fights, trying to stay safe. These fight cards. You're trying to save them? Yeah. I think for Angela Hill, like her big thing that I always talk about is she's got to stop leaving fights in the hands of the judges. And by that, I mean, you have to really you have to win convincingly now. You got to have some type of dominance. I mean, she's a stand-up fighter, stand-up striker, Muay Thai, very awkward. And I know muscle doesn't really translate to power, but I mean, like Angela Hill's been packing these guns for years now, but it hasn't really translated into anything like devastating. Like, yeah, she's got guns, but there's not really any pop behind these guns. And that's what I think she needs to develop to start winning convincingly. She's got to start hitting with authority, because it was two things: start knocking people out, or master the point fighting style like Caitlin Chookagian. That's what I talked about video like a year ago. I did. Caitlin needs to master. No, Angela Hill needs to master the point fighting style like Caitlin Chookagian. Hands in the person's face, cardio for days, IQ, push kicks all day. I mean, just chaotic. That's the thing about Angela Hill. Angela Hill, for somebody that punches light, doesn't really have the gas tank like Caitlin Chookagian, though. And I think that's what she needed to develop, point fighting style, gas tank, and use speed, use her speed. Because how she fights now is just not cutting it, because she's still getting hit. She's staying in there too long. She's not getting these fighters respect. She's still beating a certain level of fighters like Hannah Cyphers, Carnelossi, Loma Labutni, those small fighters. But the minute she uses her style against Waterson and Gadelha, maybe if she hit just a little bit harder, she'd be getting these fighters out of there and she'd be winning, like on judges' scorecards. Even with Amanda Lemos, like if she would have backed Amanda Lemos up and hit Amanda Lemos with more authority, maybe she would have got it. And yeah, I looked at that knockdown the other day. That wasn't no knockdown with Lemos and Angela Hill. Like she hit her shoulder or something and she was off balance. It wasn't like no clean knockdown on Lemos. Lemos was still on her game, man. She didn't get knocked down that fight. Now, Lemos put her down with that kick to the face, right? But Angela Hill, man, it's like, yeah, I root for her. And, I definitely feel she was robbed in Michelle Claudia fight. There was a couple fights in the past. But nothing's changed. Nothing's really changed from her from the past 8 years in the UFC. 7, 8 years. Nothing's really like changed. Like her takedown defense has gotten better. Top control has got a little bit better, But how good is it going to be against Verna Jandiroba? MJ said Hill needs to stop training with these weak fighters. She needs better sparring partners. Yeah, she's 37. Yeah, she looks good, man. Like, yeah, she's 37, but she looks 27. She just has anyone other than Hill ever been cut and then come back to the UFC. I can't think of anyone else. Let me see. Well, Sabina Mazo has TJ in a matter of like 5 minutes. Remember, like Sabina Mazo got cut and then they then they put her back in. So if you want to count that, maybe. you know. So Angela Hill in this fight, she's got to get Virna Jandiroba's respect on the feet. There's got to be push kicks. There's got to be jabs. There's got to be flurries. Avoid Virna's right hand. Move that head. Avoid the ground. Her tie clinch has to be efficient. Can't spend too long in there because Virna's got a little bit more. She has packed on more muscle, so you want to avoid trying to get muscle by her in the cage. Virna, use her timing. Wear Angela Hill down in those 2 rounds. Muscle her and take them legs out. You got to take those legs out because you always use them. Attack her body, attack her calves, and break her down. How do I see this thing going? Let me see. Angela Hill. If Angela Hill wins, she'll be robbed. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to go with Virna on this one. I keep thinking Verna's going to win this thing by submission. Because I'm trying to see like what type of combinations, what type of movement from Angela Hill is really going to get the respect that she needs. I don't know. I'm going to go with Virna in this fight. I think I'll go with Virna in this one. I hope Angela Hill can do it, but I don't know. I think her hands and her ground game might give Angela Hill some trouble. Robot Chicken, what's up? He said if Virna just use her grappling, try not to box, she's gonna win. Derek Bailey said by decision. I'm gonna go with submission. Yeah, I'm gonna go with submission. Let's see. TJ said, I'm pretty sure Manon's next fight is going to be Grasso. I just have a funny feeling. Well, let's all hope it is. Let's all hope it is. Let's all hope Manon Fiorot versus Alexa Grasso happens. Chookagian says she wants either one of them, though. Angela Hill's coming off 2 losses. Yes, sir. Yeah, Derek, she's coming off of 2 losses, bro. She lost to Amanda Lemos and Tisha Torres. That's why, man, I just got to go with Virna in this one. I think Virna has enough hands to get her respect, man. MJ said Angela Hill's got cardio for days. I don't know if she got cardio for days because if you go back and look at that fight with Michelle Waterson, she let Waterson come back in that fight. It was either vice versa. Somebody had a second win, but was it Angela Hill? No, Angela Hill was in that 5-round fight, and she could have won it convincingly. I thought she won it, but she kind of gassed out in that fight. Hill can drop Virna. Yeah, she could. She dropped Claudia too. But that was, I don't know. I think they both have their hands full, really. it's really 50-50. It ain't gonna be easy. It ain't easy on either side here, you know. And yeah, I don't know. Angela Hill Clark, for somebody with cardio, why is she letting her hands go enough though? Like she ain't throwing it with pop. Energy level changes too much. I don't think she got cardio for days because I would have been called that. Like when I see cardio machines, you know, you talking Joanna, Caitlin Chookagian, you know, that's them machines that just keep going in there. Cardio issues, I kind of, you know, I look at Araujo in there, and yeah, I don't know. Colton, what's up? He said Chookagian's underrated. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. She's very underrated. People laugh when I say I'm a Chookagian fan. I am. You know, I like Chookagian fight style. You know, she committed. You know, she committed to it. I mean, outside of Valentina, I mean, she's always committed to fighting, man. So I'm cool with her. George said Manon might fight the winner of Murphy versus Tate. She beats either one, I think. Or Murphy beats Misha Tate. So Manon versus Murphy. Yep. Robot Chicken said Hill slows down. MJ said, yeah, true, her cardio is suspect. I'm going to feel bad if they cut her. I hope they don't cut her. But yeah, the cardio was a little bit suspect because I was like, yo, it's time to turn it up. But no, she ain't turning it up. Tisha Torres has good cardio. Tisha Torres is another one. And she couldn't match Tisha Torres' cardio. Robot Chicken said, Araujo is the better fighter. Don't trust the gas tank, though. Yeah. Let's jump to that fight next. I'm going with Verna in this fight. I'm going with Verna by decision or submission. Tisha said, no one ever dropped Claudia Gadelia with the fake news. Oh, don't make me pull that fight up. I'll pull it up right now. It was a beautiful right hand right upside Claudia Gadelia's head. Todd Johnson, what's going on, man? I appreciate your support, man. He said, I agree. Caitlin's very skilled. Great show. Thank you, man. Thank you, bro. Yeah, I like her style. Even if she ain't finishing anybody, I think it's more embarrassing for the person that loses because you had 3 rounds to beat Chookagian, but you couldn't. You know what I mean? I think it's more on the person that loses is somebody who doesn't have power. Oh, George. You hear what George said, TJ? Hill is serviceable, but I don't think UFC cuts her. Yeah, I wouldn't cut her, man. Like, I think she still brings a good test. I think she beats Velismus. I think she beats Demopoulos. I think she beats a lot of the lower level fighters. You know, she's still good on that note. Yeah, Angela Hill, you know, sometimes she just be talking more than she talk before the actual fight. And I'd be like, man, go in there and execute. Angela Hill's another one that has great shape too. Like fighters I look at that have like good shapes, like her, Tisha Torres, Jinu Fry, takes care of herself physically, you know. So I got to give Angela Hill a lot of credit there. You know, 37 years old, great physique for the past 8 years. Never let herself go. Looks good. Always. TJ said, I don't need to see your. He said, I don't need to see a fake video of Claudia taking an L. No, I mean, I'm gonna pull up the fight. I ain't gonna pull up my video. I'm gonna pull up the fight. I'm going straight to the source. TJ, oh man, TJ's fun. He's always the good guy here. Araujo also got Octagon IQ with a gas tank. Okay, I'm taking my little intermission. We're just doing comments, but we're going to jump back on this Araujo Lee fight. If I'm torn with any fight, is Araujo Lee. Where Gordon Morris at? I know he's all about Andrea Lee. Straya said Chookagian might get her first TKO via punches or get submitted, or could get submitted for the first time. Yeah, I thought of that. I was thinking about that today. I love Cardi. She's all that the bag of chips with this over on the robot chickens. Crazy. Okay. Vivian Araujo versus Andrea Lee. Too many similar names. Andrea Lee, Angela Lee, Angela Hill. Hold on. Okay. This is a good one. This is on the prelims. Araujo, Andrea Lee. Araujo is 10-3, 35, 5'4", 68-inch reach. Last fight was Chookagian a year ago, May 15, 2021. Thought Araujo did enough to win, but once again, she fell victim to the Chookagian hands. Ah, man. Chookagian put hands on her in them later rounds. Kept stuffing her with front kicks to the body. Weren't even like the most powerful shots, but she was eating them. Okay. Before that, she beat Roxanne and Montana De La Rosa. Before that, lost to Jessica I. Okay. So if you look at this pattern here, the fighters that she lost to, I think we can say were veterans, higher level, unpredictable, have better gas tanks. Yeah, they're scrappier. They're in it for the long haul. Jessica I and Chookagian, that is. Her wins against Roxanne and Montana, stationary fighters that don't move their heads. Matafari's an okay striker. She's a good striker, but not on Araujo's level. Too slow. Montana, not a good striker. Not a very good striker like that. So Araujo was feeding her jabs all night. Okay, before that, she knocked out Toledo. Oh, she beat Alexis Davis, Toledo Bernardo. Okay, so looking at the people she beats, a lot of stationary targets, a lot of slow people, but people with good boxing. Jessica I is a good boxer. Chookagian is a very good boxer. She loses to fellow boxers. Now, she's a good striker. Araujo's got probably one of the best snapping jabs in the flyweight division today. But her overall IQ, I don't think her IQ is as good as Caitlin and Jessica I's when it comes down to, sequence, movement, ring generalship or octagon generalship, rhythm, pacing. Araujo does a lot of movement, a lot of extra movement. Looks good, but it's too much sometimes. Now, when she started slowing down and becoming economical, it started looking better, So, okay. 2 losses came to those fighters that can move and got hands. Dangerous fight. Now, look at it like that. Now, let's look at, she's got a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Physically strong. Like I said, good hands, good stand-up fighter, fast, quick, strong. Like I said, strong, good takedown defense. The negative with her is her cardio. Boy, when her cardio goes down, everything starts to fall. I really hope Vivian Araujo is working on her cardio. George said, "Don't talk about Montana." Oh man, I'm trying not to, but I'm talking about her in a good way for Araujo, slamming that jab in her face. TJ said, "Oh boy, TJ, Charlie Brown." Okay. Stop distracting me. Stop distracting me. Okay, so Araujo got that one big thing. It's a con about her. That's why fights fall. Is her cardio. Let's take a look at Andrea Lee now. Sleight of mind. We in the building. What's going on? Andrea Lee, 13-5, 33. Man, this division has a lot of 30 somethings now. 33, 5'6", 69.5-inch reach. 5'6". Did I say Vivian Araujo was 5'4"? Yeah, she's got a longer reach, 68-inch reach though. Okay. Andrea Lee just put together a nice little 2-fight win streak. Two finishes in the second round over Antonina Shevchenko, and Cynthia Calvillo. 2 fights where I think she showcased good skills on both of her strengths. You know, her kickboxing, she's flexing that jab, her movement. The Shevchenko fight was her judo, her kickboxing, her jiu-jitsu, a little bit of everything. So she's been putting together a nice little momentum, little momentum train for her. I mean, the Antonia Shevchenko fight was last year, May of 2021. Then 6 months later, she fought Calvillo, and now she's been waiting for a fight. Before that, she lost 3 close fights to JoJo, Lauren Murphy, and Roxanne. So once again, let me do a quick resume study here. Let's look. Okay. So let's see. The one thing I can pick up about her 3 losses are, well, the first 2, she's losing to strikers, Lauren Murphy and JoJo. She's going back and forth with them instead of making the adjustment to win. She wants to go in there and rock 'em, sock 'em instead of, making the adjustment, use her timing, take away Lauren Murphy's right hand, commit to the body kicks. She fell off in a couple of moments. I thought she did enough to win that fight, but still, JoJo outpointed her. Close fight. Instead of taking JoJo to the ground, there was a lot of close moments where she stood with her. Roxanne, that was another close one. Well, now Roxanne beat her again. So that higher level, she can fight that higher level tooth and nail, but come up short. Before that, she beat Ashley Evans Smith and Montana Del Rosa. Those are easy wins for her. She's got better skills than them, right? The fighters that she beat, Calvillo and Shevchenko, now, not knocking her win streak, but I think we can say both of these fighters are on a they're kind of in a, let's say, darker place when it comes to their performances now. They're not as high level as Roxy and Lauren Murphy. Like Shevchenko was coming off of she was coming off a win to Ariane Lipsky, and then a loss to Chookagian before that. Calvillo, Calvillo, man, not a natural flyweight. She was on a 2-fight losing streak to Chookagian again, and Andrade. She got knocked out by Andrade in the first round. So she was coming in kind of mentally damaged. So you have to look at that too. So I don't knock her 2-fight win streak. Definitely not, because she's been able to showcase different things. But I think Vivian Araujo is going to bring a bigger test. Like Araujo is going to bring that big test like Roxy, Murphy, and JoJo, as long as her cardio holds up. That's just me. I think in this fight, Araujo is really going to have to commit to her jab. I know I say that a lot because it's true. Fighters with good jabs like her really have to, though, because Andrea Lee's head is on the line. Like Andrea Lee, she throws a good snapping 1-2, but doesn't really move her head. So I think to build a good lead, be economical and smart, Araujo is gonna have to need that jab right in the face. Keep pumping that jab in the face, pick her shots, attack her leg, use the speed wisely. Use the speed wisely. Use her takedown defense. Don't really try to take this thing to the ground because you know that physical strength. I know it's there with Araujo, but you never want to take that chance. If it gets into the clinch, get rough, get tough, but don't overexert. Andrea Lee will take full advantage to use her judo, the toss, but I think that Viviana Araujo is a big, strong fighter. I don't think she's gonna be able to toss her up like she did Antonina Shevchenko. So clinch fighting may be a key there for Araujo as well. Just to use her physical strength, get to the body, take away some of the gas of Andrea Lee as well. But all this has to be done in a rhythm throughout 3 rounds. She's got to be smart. Andrea Lee, she has a good variety of tools. I just think before she wasn't executing as well. But, she has to use her head movement, non-existent head movement. She has to develop that head movement now, or she's going to be eating hard 1-2s from Viviana Araujo. She's got to attack Araujo's body, her legs, push kick to the belly, combinations, and force the fight to the ground. Put Araujo on her back to gas her out. You got 2 good flyweights here. They make for a good, exciting fight, but I really don't think neither one of them really brings that. I hope Araujo does, but neither one's really bring that Manon or Taylor Santos excitement. They both, we know that they got a lot of good going, but Straya said, it's like Straya said, Lee never showed a kill switch into the Calvillo fight. She's going to need it. Yeah, like kill switch is her problem. She doesn't even want the Valentina fight yet. Araujo, big cardio problem, So let me check these comments. Yeah, sleight of mind. We're talking Araujo Lee, like Stray said. Robot Chicken said somebody's Monterey real quiet. Can't spam Rose or Goat anymore. Where you at? Excuse me. Yeah, Monterey ain't coming around spamming me with little red roses in a minute. Brian Williams said KGB needs this win to stay on trajectory toward the belt. Vivian needs this win to stay relevant. Yeah. Yeah, she really needs to build off of this fight because I don't think even if Araujo wins, she's not going to be title shot ready. Robot Chicken, like Robot Chicken says, it's now or never, especially for but they're both in their 30s. Andrea Lee's been around for a minute now. She's been around the game for 8 years. She's been fighting for a while, and putting your body through training day in, day out, wins, losses, 33 years old, wear and tear. It's time to go for both of them. TJ said if Araujo could improve her cardio, why wouldn't she have done it by now? It's not a new problem, and she knows better than anyone. It's an issue. Yeah. Todd Johnson, great breakdown. Not the biggest Andrea Lee fan, but she is dangerous. Yeah, she is dangerous. Like, I'm not either. I'm not, but it's like, got to be in there. You got to be wise, Araujo has a big chance to win this, I think. If her offense is smart, her piston jab is in the face, she can fight a good, honest mid-range fight or a good rangy fight without expending too much energy. If she can stop any ground game attack from Lee, it could be a decision win for her. Araujo. I think that's what they've been working on this past year is her cardio. If not, I'll be disappointed. You had a year off to improve that, and if it hasn't improved, yeah, I'll be pissed. I'll be disappointed because you know what you need to work on. It's not like we're saying your takedown defense is bad or your jab is bad. No, it's your cardio. Got a year to work on that, get it down, maybe lose a little muscle, and yeah, and learn how to fight at a rhythm like Amanda Nunes does. Because I don't know if Amanda Nunes' cardio is really that much improved. She just knows how to clinch and grapple and breathe while she's doing it. Unless your name is Pena, she'll push you at a high pace. Sleight of mind said Joanna's coming back dominant and become champion again. That's what needs to happen. Other or someone on the come up, very deserving, hardworking, and dominant. Yeah. We'll see though. Sleight of mind said I feel like we're talking about the same people. The top 5-10 hasn't changed all that much. I'm looking forward to the future of becoming new generation of contenders. Yeah, I mean, and you mean in the flyweight and strawweight division? I mean, yeah, they're the only one mixing it up. That's how it usually works, though. Until somebody gets retired, you're gonna have the same fighters. I mean, well, if you're talking more strawweight sleight of mind, I mean, yeah, strawweight's always gonna be Joanna, Whaley, Andrade, Rose, Carla, and those fighters. If you're talking about strawweight, yeah, it's gonna be them until somebody takes them out. That's how it usually works, even in boxing, man. Like you're gonna talk about Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford until somebody gets them out of there, an era of a fighter is going to be that champion and those contenders for a minute. Like a few years ago, I was talking about Tisha, Joanna, JoJo at 115. Colton said Andrea Lee looked amazing in her last fight. Yes, she did. She looked good in that fight. Let's see. I'm just a straight good points. Cavill took that fight on short notice. She's not a striker like Araujo, and she took the fight on short notice. And she's not a natural flyweight yet. T just said I want to go on Amanda Nunes. Well, no. Like I said that before in a video. I talked about her. She's a pace fighter. She's not really like a work machine like some of them other fighters I named. Brian Williams said Vivi and Ebos have great BJJ, but they've fallen in love with the striking and they could maul and sub a lot of these ladies. For Team McCline, last night, she showed me a good balance of how to strike and maul to get your jiu-jitsu working. Like only 2-0. But Team McCline's only 2-0, but she showed me a good balance of that. And if she doesn't fall in love with one or the other, I think she'll be fine. Like if she stays at that good balance for Team McCline, she'll move forward. Robotics, I think Ebos can beat Chookagian, but I can see Chookagian finishing Chinny Ebos. So we're gonna get a good fight with Viviana and Andrea Lee. I'm gonna go with they both lose to that same level of fighters. That's what makes this thing 50-50. I'm gonna go with Viviana Araujo though. I think Viviana Araujo can win a decision. Close decision. If she takes advantage of the defense, I see blood in this fight. I see blood. See a close fight. And I got Viviana Araujo winning this one. I think Viviana Araujo can win it. I think she'll win 3 rounds. Yeah, I'm going to go with her. I mean, Andrea Lee's improving, but I think Viviana Araujo has enough to handle what she's bringing. That's just me, though. I'm not surprised, though. Like, if it goes the other way, believe me, I'm not going to be surprised. This really is just a pick 'em here. Somewhat. But I think Viviane Araujo is like, her striking really is something to, if her cardio is improved, I think Viviane Araujo is, her striking would be something to rave over a little bit more. Like, I find her striking impressive. Like, I love her jab. And she has a unique style. I'm gonna go with Araujo. Okay. Caitlin Chookagian and Amanda Ebos. All right. TJ said you look forward to see the new generation, but anxiously waiting a dominant champion coming back. What? Sleight of mind. You hear that? He's talking to you. MJ said, I want Viviane to KO Andrea Lee. She don't move her head. She does not. Brian Williams said, I'm not going to make a pick yet. How many times has Vivi let us down? That's my girl, but she makes it hard to pick. Yeah, that's true. I picked Andrea Lee in some fights, and she let me down. Like, when have I picked her, though? Well, not as much. I picked her to beat Roxanne, and she did. I thought she was going to beat Roxanne, but she couldn't. I see blood in this fight. Yeah, Marcus, I see jabs from Viviane hitting that nose. And if they continue to hit on the money, it's going to be a problem. Okay, Caitlin Chookagian and Amanda Ebos. Some of y'all love this fight. I personally don't care for it, but it's happening. Ebos wants to fight. Chookagian likes to fight. I love them both as fighters. I love the fact they like to fight. I like their energy. Two fighters that like to fight, have good energy, put them together. I'm going to watch it. So with that, shout out to Chookagian, always wanting to fight. Doesn't care who it is. Shout out to Ebos, wanting to step her game up. Not scared of moving up. So, yeah, when this fight was first announced, I said, man, this is crazy. Like, we got all these good matches and we making this mess. But it's not a mess. You know, we got two able bodies, two good fighters. It's not a mess. I just thought that way because it was so disorganized. Like, but everybody's got a dance partner. Everybody else has a dance partner, right? So make it happen. They just want to be active. I mean, Caitlin said after this fight, she wants to go right back on her. She wants to go right back to, you know, fighting flyweights. She says she wins. She wants Valentina rematch or Manon or Grasso. She said, I want anybody. Ebos said if she wins, she wants another fight and she'll fight Valentina. So don't get mad at Ebos. Don't get mad at Chookagian because you got other fighters that have a chance and they don't want to leapfrog and they don't want to fight. So with Chookagian and Ebos saying they want a title shot again or for the first time, don't get mad at them because nobody else is saying it like that. Colton said, I think Chookagian's going to stay on the outside and piece Ebos up. Very much likely. Stray said, I picked Lee and Araujo before and lost. I'm going to take both this time. Yeah, I'm with Stray, man. Like, I picked them both before and lost. So I can't really say either one really, like, let me down. Or, you know, either one hasn't let me down or whatever. I pick them both. It was like that fight. Like, you can say I picked both of them. Okay. TJ said, I'll make a pick since everyone else is scared. Lee by submission in round 2. Yeah, there you go. TJ made a pick. He said Lee by submission. I'm going to go with Viviane Araujo by decision. Okay. Caitlin Chookagian has second to Valentina with the most wins at flyweight at 17-4. Big flyweight. 68-inch reach, 5'9", 33. Still a young 33, though. For her, I can say that because, you know, she doesn't have a style that takes a lot of punishment. Fights cautious, Doesn't really get too down and gritty in there. Good wins, good resume. Always improving on the ground game too. Mostly known for her hands. Right? Ribas. 11-2. Last two fights. Earned a Robo win. Knockout loss to Marina Rodriguez. Before that, she beat Paige, Randa, Mackenzie Dern, Emily Whitmire. All right, so let's take a moment again. Let's take a moment again to kind of look at resumes here. I know styles make fights, but let's just kind of take a glance. Okay, Ribas lost to Marina. That's a high-level fighter. Verna Jandiroba, a little lower than her, beats her. All right, she beats Paige Van Zandt, of course. She beats Randa Marcos. She beats a green Mackenzie Dern 3 years ago. Oh, yeah, she beat Emily Whitmire, of course. Resume isn't like popping. She has some good skills, though. Like, she shows a lot of promise with her skills. But, like, when you look at her, the fighters she's fought, Paige, Randa, Mackenzie Dern. Paige, Randa, Mackenzie Dern gets knocked out by Marina Rodriguez, then beats Verna Jandiroba, right? Then you look at Caitlin Chookagian, somebody who's seen a lot of looks. Jennifer Maia twice, Araujo, Calvillo, Shevchenko, both Shevchenkos, JoJo, Alexis Davis, Mara Barella, Irene Aldana, Lauren Murphy, Liz Carmouche. Damn, the list goes on. Sarge in her early days. Even the losses, Andrade, Valentina, high level, dealt with a lot of pressure. So I'm looking at experience. Like this is her division. Like it's really tough for me to pick Ribas in this one. Like Ribas could come through with power and maybe her grappling, but can she take somebody down this big and somebody that's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu? Can she take Caitlin down? Yeah, she's a black belt. But good gosh, I gotta think, man. Like, does she have a big chance? How old is Ribas? Did I say how old she is? Just kind of 28 years old, 5'3", about 5 to 6 inch height difference here. Reach is kind of long at a 66, so maybe she can use that jab. Oh man. Let me think here. Let me think on this. I mean, I already know my pick. I'm just saying, what can Amanda Ribas do? Let me check the comments here. What are y'all talking about? MJ said, next week we got 2 WMMA fights. One this Saturday, a women's boxing match in Dubai, main card from Floyd. Oh, yeah, Floyd Mayweather's exhibition fight, right? Who's on that one? Stray said, nobody ever submitted Chookagian, so I can't see Ribas doing it. Never say never. Yeah, Jennifer Maia had her chance, but she couldn't. Valentina didn't submit her either, right? She just finished her with strikes. Mark said at one point Vivi's takedown defense was at 100%. All right, she just said he's got to go. Colton said her win against Dern was the most impressive. Yeah, that was it. Right? That was pretty much it. When you look at her resume, it's like who on there is, who's popping that makes us say she's a threat. James Perez, what's going on? He said Chookagian or Ribas. Hold that thought. We're going to get to that in a minute. Delphine Pursoon will fight this Saturday on Mayweather's card versus Elhim Khalad. Delphine Pursoon, she needs to improve, man. Like, she gave up that rematch with Katie Taylor. Todd Johnson said, yeah, we look at her resume, it's impressive. Going with Polish Power this weekend. TJ just put a little link here. Andrea Lee news. She talks about her ex-husband's impact on her career. All right, I'll check it out in a minute. It just said, "You back?" Stray said, "Will Ebos's chin hold up at 125?" It could. Stray. It's like I was talking about the other day. Like Ebos's chin could be due to weight cuts. So maybe if she's fighting at a weight where she feels stronger at, maybe it'll improve her reflexes and her brain, sensing all of that stuff. Like somebody was telling me about all that stuff. Like when you lose weight, and it was a whole thing about how you break it down. But like I compared it to some boxers that used to cut hard weight cuts, but when they moved up, their chin was fine. That might be the case with her. I don't know. So we'll see. James Perez, this is her first fight at flyweight. No, the Page fight was at flyweight, right? Yeah, and that's not really a good fight, right? Yeah, Miguel Cotto, my perfect example. 140, he was very chinny, but when he moved up to 154, he wasn't getting knocked out like that. Canelo couldn't even knock him out at 154. I mean, at 160, 150, 140, Cotto used to get knocked down. Manny Pacquiao knocked him out at 147. When he went up to 154, Canelo couldn't knock him out. He fought 160, never got knocked out. Floyd couldn't knock him out or hurt him at 154. So sometimes moving up in weight helps your body. Like, who knows? Like, Joanna at 125 might be stronger than 115 Joanna, but she just won't move up. Joanna, with the bad weight cut, so she said, was one of the reasons that she got knocked out by Rose, right? But let's say if she went to 125 permanently, she did well. She took some of Valentina's best work, so I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so Chookagian in this fight. Chookagian needs to put that. I'm gonna keep it simple. Chookagian, I think we all know her boxing and her footwork is better, so she just needs to dazzle Ebos with footwork here. And I'm not even talking about like she has fancy like Roy footwork or Floyd Mayweather or like Roy Jones footwork or anything, but she just needs to go in there and James Press, only guys who KO Cotto is Pac-Man and Loaded Gloves Margarito, and it was a cumulative. No, you look back at 154, he used to get rocked. The knockouts aren't really my point. My point was the fact that he gets rocked at that lower weight. Look at some of his fights. Who was that? Ricardo Torres put him down at 140. DeMarcus Corley rocked him bad at 140. Yeah, go back and look at those fights at 140. He used to get rocked. Yeah. He was chinny, like not a glass chin, but just chinny where you could touch his chin and he'd get hurt. Like, look at those fights. Like, yeah, we could actually push to 147, but the 140 was a horrible weight cut. That's smaller than 147. So cutting down to that weight, he used to get rocked. And that's more my point. It's just like him going to 140 at the time was kind of hurting his body. So he couldn't really take a punch. But when he was at 154, yeah, he was good. He didn't have that issue. Derek said, like when Andy Ruiz fought Chris Arreola, he lost all that weight. Yeah, and Arreola was not rocking his. Yeah, he's rocking his behind. Yeah, he had dropped some weight too. Like if he would have just came in as old pudgy boy, he would have been okay. The one that beat Anthony Joshua. Can you imagine if Joanna developed some offensive wrestling and grappling and moved to 125? Man, Joanna would be a monster. That Joanna could probably beat Chookagian and Andrade and Lauren Murphy and Miesha Tate. Manon? No, I don't know about that. I don't know now. Because you 125, you want a strong. So for Chookagian, I think Chookagian just needs to use her range, use her boxing, and use combinations and just keep this fight moving. Like, that's what she needs to do. Like these strikers, like Viviana Rue, I'm gonna say some similar things here because this is what they need to do. Long range from Caitlin. I can see her using that. Like Chookagian's not like the fastest, but it's her timing. Boxing timing is always on point. Flurries is important in this one. I know Ebos is going to want to close distance. That's a big part for her. Ebos is going to want to close distance and get this thing to the ground because that's her best bet. She's not going to win a stand-up battle. So it's simple. You got striker versus grappler. I don't think Ebos's hands are good enough to hang here. Don't make that mistake again. She thought her hands were good enough to hang with Marina. Disrespected Marina's offense, walked right into a big right hand. And that could happen here. Because, Caitlin Chookagian, she was cracking Jennifer Maia a little bit more right hands in that fight. Just didn't have no pop. Because, Jennifer Maia, she's durable, got a good chin. But Ebos, Ebos was taking big right hands from Verna Jandiroba. Verna Jandiroba put her on wobbly legs. So, Ebos got to be smart here. She's got to close distance, get this thing to the ground, work in that guard, put it, hopefully if the strength and the muscle is there, she can put some mauling tactics on Caitlin Chookagian. And that's a lot of ifs there, JJ's more well-rounded now. MJ said, yeah, so she says, I got to see more about well-rounded, I haven't seen her since the Wei Lee fight. In that fight, I didn't see enough well-roundedness there, so we'll see. So yeah, Ebos got to make this ugly, man. Ebos has to work Chookagian's body as well. I want to see her attack the body, make it ugly. Chookagian's not really the dog in there. She dogged Antonina because Antonina's not really a dog, but Chookagian's not really that gritty. She can get in there and fight, but she's not really that type of grit where, she can hang with Andrade in the pocket like that. So Ebos, I think she has a little bit of that in her. That's what she's going to have. She'd have to close this thing, control Chookagian's neck on the cage if she can. Now that I say that, it makes it sound impossible because she's like 6 inches shorter. Her trying to get a tie clinch and work elbows and trying to like grab a single leg, trying to shoot down and press her to the cage and pull her off. It's going to be hard, man. I mean, I wonder how the stare down is going to look at this one. I was like, 5 to 6 inch height advantage or difference. I don't know. Yeah, dirty fight has to be the game. Dirty fight, ground game, getting it down, making this as ugly as possible. But for Chookagian, y'all know what she can do. I mean, just her movement here and surprise takedowns, even to win rounds. I could even see her doing that. But she's more safety first, so I'd see combinations, kicks, her push kick to the body, landing her right hand. So I'm going to go with Chookagian by 30-27 decision in this one. Now, if she got a stoppage, I'd be like, okay, finally, great job, Caitlin. But it's like straight as said, like, so if Ebos is to win this thing, at any rate, it's going to be a submission. If you see a submission, I won't be as surprised. Now, if she outworked Chookagian, I'd be surprised. I'd be shocked. If Chookagian wins this thing by decision, I see that definitely. I'm going with that. Ebos by decision, I can't see. Ebos by submission, I can see. So those are my picks. I'm going to go with Caitlin by decision in this one. James Press, Chookagian versus Manon is the fight to make it flyweight. Yeah, Caitlin called that fight out. Because, Manon said In French, Caitlin Chookagian. She wasn't the fighter. She said it. So look how she called her out. Hold on. Let's see here. Let's pull up one of these post fights since I'm done with my picks for this one. Brian Williams said, James Perez, I think Joanna with grappling could beat Valentina. Her current style is perfect for Valentina's style to exploit. Yeah, that's a good point. Because she was still strong in the fourth and fifth round against Valentina. Valentina got a little frustrated towards the end there because she was like, "You still here? You ain't strong." Straight said UFC told Chookagian to step it up and no more decisions, didn't they? Yeah. If that's the case, then they're trying to give her a fight she can win by knockout. Dang, hold on one second. Hang on one second. I'm pulling some videos up here. Okay, let's see. Zama said Chookagian mostly gets taken down by surprise. It's hard to take her down from the clinch, and Ebos works from the clinch. Yeah, that's true. And I can see like Ebos working from the clinch. You know how she gets her takedowns. I can just see Caitlin just like controlling that with her size and her length. James Perez said, "No, I think it's Manon who called Chookagian out. They called each other out. Manon called her out, and Chookagian acknowledged. She said, "I'll take the fight." Yeah, she called her out on IG, and then Caitlin posted the IG clip up and said, "Yes, I'll take it." Let's see. Caitlin Chookagian, happy UFC re-signed her eyes title shot. Let's pull up this MMA Junkie interview from yesterday. Let's see what she got to say here. Since I'm done talking for the most part, I just want to go through some clips here. I'm cool with Chookagian getting another title shot. Yeah, let's see.
Not at all. I mean, I like the Apex. I kind of prefer it. More so just the fight week's a little bit more laid back when it's here. The only thing I don't like about it is after the fight, your like family and friends aren't there. So after it's kind of like you're all excited.
High five. What's going on?
Back to your hotel room with your cornerman that you've been here with all week. We're like, okay, now what? But leading up to it, I definitely prefer the Apex. I like it. What about turnaround for you? I mean, a lot of people at the top of the division don't fight that frequently. Is it like key for you to fight that often, or is it just the way that they end up calling you? How does it work out? Yeah, I've been lucky the last couple of years, fighting very active. I mean, I'm here to do it. So
yeah, during the pandemic, I think she like fight like 4 times in a year. Let's see, 2020 she fought 4 times. She fought Valentina, Antonina, Andrade, and Cavillo. Damn, that was a rough year. Took 2 L's from Andrade and Valentina. Wow. Zama said, I thought in her flyweight fight, Ebos looked sluggish, so I don't know. I don't like her chances. In the dang, she looked sluggish in the Page fight because she was a flyweight against Page. I thought she finished Page, but did she look sluggish?
Super surprised. They asked me if I wanted to fight in the Ribas. I was like, wait, what weight class? At 125? Because I didn't know she was. I didn't hear anything about her wanting to move up, so I was a little shocked. I was like, yeah, definitely. And I was like, oh, she's probably not going to say yes. And then they came back, they're like, oh, she said yes. So I was like, wait, why did she say yes to me? I was like, ew. But yeah, I'm excited. She said it to me it makes sense. Coming from a different division, you fight someone that's ranked super high, you get a good win, and you probably get talks about a title shot. So
Yeah, so it's wise for Ebos to
makes
do
sense
that.
that
I
she picked
mean,
her. But
to get her in a better
yeah, definitely
position.
excited about fighting.
She might fight Valentina before she fights Rose. Ebos, because they just want new blood too.
I mean, I don't really worry about anyone else's career except for mine. If, I think it's cool because I'm like, ooh, wait, if I go up to 135, will I get like the number one contender and then get a title shot? Um, but yeah, I don't care. I just, like I said, I like fighting people that I haven't fought before. Um, I just need to keep winning. I don't think in the rankings, especially now, I don't think they mean as much as they used to. So sometimes people that are ranked higher, like I'm not fighting anyone ranked below me, but
I'm just
whoever
listening to
my
some of this. I mean,
rankings,
y'all can hear it, right? I
she has
mean,
good wins.
hopefully y'all can hear it. I'm just not sitting in silence. How I said, what's your thoughts on
Yeah,
Rose offer Joanna
I really
helping
agree. I watch
fighting
everything. I'm
Willie?
a huge MMA
I
fan,
think that's
so
kind of strange.
I watch all the fights. So especially the girls, I'm a little bit more interested. But
I mean, it's like
watch
unnecessary to me, man.
everyone.
Let Joanna do her thing. Like, why do y'all gotta try to gang up on Whaley? Like, is Whaley that tough for y'all? Like, y'all got that? Does Whaley got that much mental edge over y'all? Like, y'all can't figure this thing out yourself. Like, do you think Joanna really needs your help? Like, Joanna fought a very close fight. I mean, she could probably figure it out.
I think that maybe her level of grappling is a little bit below some of the
Sometimes I
girls
get,
I face
oh, it's a
people.
little low. All right.
Um, you know, it's I think in MMA sometimes if you get a submission, you're known as a grappler. Just because you like grappling doesn't mean you're really super high level. I mean, I trained at
Okay,
Chiara's
too low. He said,
academy.
"Oh no,
Trained
Mr.
under
Lee
her
said
for
too low."
years. I know what good jujitsu is, and there's definitely levels to it. So I've seen it. I train with girls that are really really good all the time. So I'm definitely a pretty high level on the ground just because everyone thinks I'm a striker. I'm prepared. I was just saying, I mean, if it goes there, I know you'll be comfortable, but I guess would it be
All right, there you heard that. Let me stop it for a second. She said, "Hey, look, she's high level on the ground. Don't get it twisted." She said she like to strike, but hey, she's got a high level on the ground. So, I mean, I agree with her. Ebos. I mean, she's high level on the ground, but I mean, I think if it goes there, she'll know what to do. I mean, when she was on her back with Valentina, she did try with her guard to defend. I mean, she tried in that fight at least, but I mean, some of her other fights, she has shown a good ground game, even against Jennifer Mai. Yeah, Todd, I like how she's all business. Yeah, Brian, I'm trying to figure that out, man. Like, how did Ebos look sluggish? Her only fight at 125 was Paige. Stray said Rose trying to set up JJ for another beatdown. Rose probably thinks Jong is an easy fight. I really don't. I'm not a big fan of champions training with other champions unless it's like far off. Like if you're in other weight divisions, I don't really see a point in Joanna and Rose training together. Like Joanna and Carolina Kobakevich, that's different. They're they're different levels to me. But for Rose to offer or even reach out to somebody you already beat twice to help them beat somebody you already beat twice, like why? You don't think she can figure it out on her own? I mean, why do y'all have to like? I don't want to make it seem like that, but it's just like, why do y'all feel like you have to gang up on this fighter in Zhang Wei Li and take her down? When if Joanna gets the belt, Rose, you're gonna want to take the belt from Joanna, right? Or just a minute ago, Joanna wanted to fight Rose for a third time, right? But now that Rose lost the belt, you want Rose's help to help, or you're willing to let Rose help you beat Wei Lee. So I'm just like, uh, yeah, I'm not really into the champions helping each other like that, man. Like, let them do their own thing. I really wouldn't. That's just me. I don't have a trust issue. I just choose who I trust wisely. That's the kind of person I am. I'm not one to trust anybody, but I'm just like, we in the same division. Like, why am I gonna reach out to this person when this person talked about my mental health before? Meaning, why would Rose reach out to Joanna when Joanna talked about her mental health years ago, leading up to their fight, to really get in her head? See, it's a dirty game on the outside too, man. Fighting ain't just fighting. Like, people play psychological mind games and go and get you psychologically because Rose played that game with Wei Lee. She went on record with the communist comments. You played dirty that way. Joanna, she played dirty that way with Rose, and Rose accepted it. And then Rose gonna come back and help Joanna. So it's just like, I don't know. I just think about that stuff like when you really break it down. Like, I don't go around thinking about it all day. I'm just saying when you look at it and put it into perspective, you're kind of like, huh? I don't know. Like, why is Wei Lee like this one y'all trying to single out and feel like, oh, I gotta help you beat her. Gotta help you beat her. Now let her do it on her own. Or get your own people. You know what I mean? Like, y'all champions, y'all too close in rankings to be trying to link up and train together. Errol Spence, he'll train with Jamel. They're in two different weight divisions. You don't see Terrence Crawford training with Errol. You don't see Terrence Crawford training with Keith Thurman, like somebody you might potentially fight. Like Derek Bailey, I know you agree with me on that. Like, wouldn't that be stupid? Like, if Terrence and Keith Thurman were training together, or if like Danny Garcia was training with Errol Spence or somebody, like right around their prime time. MJ says some people will not like what I'm going to say, but Rose did not win the rematch with Joanna and Wei Lee. They were close. I think she won the rematch with Joanna, but the Wei Lee fight could have gone either way to me. Derek basically that would be suspicious. Yeah, it's just weird like that to me. You know what I mean? I'm just like letting y'all piece the puzzle. Just tell me what you think. Like, kind of reminds me of one of them Mean Girl situations. You know what I mean? Like, could it be race? Hey, I'm just saying, but it's like one of them Mean Girl things. Like, you know, we gonna gang up on this one, and I'm gonna show you how to beat this girl because I like you. But it's like, why'd you like this person when they talked about your mental health in the past? I don't know. I really, if I was in the fight game, I really wouldn't be close to too many people like that. I'm just saying, like, can't really trust what you don't know other people's motives. Yeah, it's cool to have your little camaraderie, but I mean, if we all too close in rankings, I don't know, man. I don't want to see that.
To say that like the game plan does not involve like, hey, let's pull guard and jump down there and see what's happening. Like, just what comes next. So
that interests me that I haven't fought. If Misha Tate gets a win, that's a cool fight.
Or is it more just about like dates and
Yeah, Derek Bailey. Yeah, not in the same weight class. Yeah, you're not in the same weight class. To me, that is fine. Like, I like that kind of training, but I'm not really for fighters in the same weight class to be that close in ranking and we training together. I mean, Tisha and Rose, they train together, but even that, I'm kind of like, okay, one day y'all could possibly fight. I mean, y'all want this person to know your secrets, and they want you want them to know your your, your weaknesses, your strengths. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, let me look at this video. Okay. MMA, so I don't think it's a race thing. I think Rose prefers Joanna to be champ because it will be easier for Rose to take the belt from her than Wei Lee. Yeah, I was looking at that manner too, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, I really wouldn't fall for that. Like, if I was Joanna, then that's why I think it's not wise, because you never know somebody's intentions, you know? And to me, for their situation, you know, it's just as bad for them, you know, because you got this person that is trying to possibly set you up, you know? So even then, that's still that is one way I look at it, because you get the belt, and then this person's gonna say, "Oh, I helped that person get the belt. Now I'm gonna call them out in the title shot." That's why it just don't work. It just don't work. Even with all that aside, politics aside, I mean, it just don't work. It's just not. It's just not challenging to me like that. Like, it should be on two different sides when they, you know, they in the same realm. Well, I tell you one thing, boy. People coming at Carla now, boy. If Carla had hey, you know, there's a question. If Carla had Valentina's skill, let's say if Carla was like a fighter like Valentina, she just happened to win the belt, do you think a lot of strawweights would still be calling her out with the same intensity? Oh, let me hear what Chookagian says here.
Or is it more just about like dates and fighting when you can? Like, what are your goals and what do you want with a big year?
For me, my main goal is to stay as active as often. So whoever I can fight the soonest is the most desirable to me. You know, there's a couple girls that are ranked higher that interest me that I haven't fought. You know, if Miesha Tate gets a win, that's a cool fight. Alexa Grasso, Maroon Farrow called me out, so that would be cool. Just really anyone. Whichever fight is the soonest after this is the one I want.
Last thing, do you actively cheer for the challenger every time there's a title fight in the division? Just
no, because I want Valentino to win so I can fight her again. Yeah, I don't. You know, when I get that title shot again, I think, you know, I want it to be against her and to beat her, not someone else.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So right there, yeah, she acknowledged it. She said Grasso, Manon, Miesha Tate if she beats Lauren Murphy. I'll go with Caitlin to beat Miesha Tate if Miesha Tate beats Lauren Murphy. She said she want that title shot again. I know that upsets people, but hey, I mean, you don't hear too many aggressively call it out or openly call it out like that, and that go on win streaks. So she gets her second one. I ain't mad at her. She's on a 3-fight win streak. If she beats Ebos, that's 4. If she beats Grasso, that would be or Manon or any of those, that's 5. If her and Tate fight for a if her and Tate fight for like a title eliminator, she beats her, that'd be 6. But Manon, I think Manon will stop that streak. I'm just saying. Look, I like them both, but I think Manon's just on a right trajectory right now. Brian Williams said, you have to go back to other fights. She's been damaged. Has been siren in other fights. Man, oh yeah, like y'all know. Well, not you, Brian, because you brought it up, but like y'all know this ain't the first time her head swole up. I mean, that is a dangerous sign, right? That head swole up in the Andrade fight. It swole up in the Carolina fight. How many more times did her head swole? Her head swole up like a good 2 times, you know. So I'd be nervous if I was Joanna. I wouldn't be trying to I'm gonna talk about this in another video now that you brought it up, Brian. I'm gonna do a video talking about why it's important Joanna fights a smart fight this time. Even Wei Lee. Why Wei Lee? I kind of did a video, and I think no, I didn't do a video. Why Wei Lee and Joanna need to fight smarter this time. Number one, for Joanna, that head. She's had hematomas in the past. You know, Carolina put a knot on her head. Like I said, Andrade put a knot on her head. And I know somebody else put a knot on her head besides Wei Lee. Wei Lee, you know, she might be facing some brain damage too after a fight like that. You know, she's kind of fought a little different in her last fights. So I don't want to see them go in there and slug it out. Y'all get mad at me if y'all want. Y'all bloodthirsty fans can get mad at me. I don't want to see them go in there and do it. If they do it, oh well. My personal preference, I want to see a smarter fight this time. That's the only way we're going to have a clear cut contender that we can say deserves it. Joanna's fast hands, but too bad she don't have fast like reflexes with defense. You know, she gets hit a lot. Yeah, TJ, she still gets hit a lot. As I would say, Furo style falls into Shevchenko's skill set. She'll be around. She'll be okay. Stray said, "What's your thoughts on Day Seuss calling out Tenet? Cloudy struggled in that fight. Yeah, shout out to Brittany Cloudy, man. Look, got to go back and work. Got to be a killer in there. You know, you don't fall into her game plan. Don't fall into the dog game plan like that. Girl is too big, too much of a clubber." De Jesus calling out Tenet. I'm cool with that. You know, Tenet beat her in the bantamweight tournament, 1-round fight. I think a 3-round fight would be good. I got Tenet though. I think Tanisha Tent's going to, you know, fight a very good defensive fight, but still like pick De Jesus apart. Yeah, they fought. Yeah, the bantamweight tournament. Yeah, she beat her in 1 round. She beat Hope Chase for 1 round. Yeah, those are the 1-round eliminators. So yeah, 3-round fight. That'll be interesting. Yeah, I like that fight. Yeah, this is another thing I wanted to say too. Like, Joanna may have a little bit more pop than Chookagian, but if Joanna wasn't getting hit in there, y'all would call her boring too. You know, the average fan would call her boring. Not y'all, but let's talk to the average fan. Like the casual fan would call her boring. She would be Caitlin Chookagian to y'all. The casual fan I'm addressing. Y'all would consider her boring if she would just hit and not get hit. But since she's going in there hitting and coming out looking like a, you know, eggplant, you know, y'all, you love her. But I don't want to see her go in there and do that this time. High Five said Nunes will beat Pena in the rematch. And the percentage is high. It's high. Excuse me. Zama said pressure grappler with understanding of counter-strike and feint. Excuse me. Good gas tank. That's the formula for Shevchenko beater. The closest one, Erin Blanchfield, but I'm afraid that she's too unathletic. Yeah, Erin's not very. If Erin had like Manon or Holly Holmes athleticism, then yeah. Yeah, some of these 20-somethings, they're not that athletic. Like, some of them aren't, but there's some. Yeah. A 3-round fight, I think, is going to be a crazy one because they don't have any room for error, and they don't have room to chill. They're going to be trying to bag rounds, and I think Weili's going to be in her chest this time. Oh boy. So yeah, man. I think I'm about to wrap this thing up here in a minute. I was just kind of looking at what Chookagian had to say. I think Chookagian is on a good path. Now that she's re-signed, already calling out a lot of names. Ooh, let's look at Ebos though. Ebos says she wants to cut in line for a title shot. Aims to cut in line for the title shot versus Caitlin Chookagian.
Hello. Obviously, you were the queen of Fight Island, but now Las Vegas for the first time fighting here. What's the feeling like being in?
I bet you if she beats Chookagian, she would have to fight Manon.
Here's fight. This fighter vibe, because yesterday I were at the PI, and for me that is like I am inside of the movie, because when I come in, I saw Brando, I saw Valentina, I saw all the pictures and the belt, and for me this is huge. I think I can absorb the fighter vibe inside that PI, really. So it's I'm feeling good.
You were supposed to fight in March. That fight didn't happen. I'm just curious, was it difficult to move, to change, to the timing? How did it affect you?
Yeah, when the fight, Michelle, they tell she hurt, I was like, oh my goodness, and 7 months without fight, and now everybody in my weight division has a fight. So what the next, man? So my dad, my coaches talk with the UFC that I can fight 125 too, and they offer me Caitlyn. So that for me was a huge opportunity that I will grab with my hands, my arms, my legs, with everything to get really good, like I am feeling now inside the cage.
So this move to flyweight,
This girl got some energy about her, but
permanent, or is this just because of the timing?
Stray said, "I'm out." All right, he's out. He'll take Verna by submission. Chookagian
I like it.
and
It's my original
Andrea Araujo.
vision.
He's bigger than both.
Thing. So I need to wait. to
Stamina
see,
said, "I
but
don't
like to fight
even
both.
think Ebos would actually get a title shot, even if she somehow beat Chookagian." Yeah, yeah, she had said a while back she wanted to. Well, not a while back, like a couple weeks ago, she said that if she beats Chookagian, she wants.
That is so amazing.
Wow, this girl loud.
She's the
Turn this
number
down.
one. So for me, it's
No, Chookagian. She said if she beats Chookagian, she wants one more fight. They always change it up here. And since she said she would cut, I mean, they might let her because everybody else pumping brakes. Brian Williams said, I meant to bring that up. I think Weili,
she is really good fighter.
JJ versus Weili is 3-round precisely because UFC wants to see a banger. 5 rounds would mean more feeling out. Yeah. Yeah, they would. The last time they did that, title, of course, right? But this time around, I watched the interview too. Joanna said, there's already 2 title fights on the card, so they can't have a third 5-round fight. But also because 3 rounds are going to really push it. No feeling out. It's going to be straight to it. Hopefully, it's technical, in my opinion.
Can you strike with her? Can she grapple with you, or no?
Yes, for sure. We are fighting MMA, and so everything can do everything. And I am MMA fighter, not just judo fighter, not just jiu-jitsu fighter.
Yeah, she got that judo too, right? Ebos has that judo, right? She's a judoka, right?
Yes, I think yes. My hands are sweating just to talk. That's it.
Dang, nobody asked any more questions. Just 4 minutes. I'm telling you, man. Sometimes these interviews, these media members, man, like, come on, y'all ain't got no questions for these fighters. Like some real ones. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, you can definitely see the difference between the men and the women. Like, you can tell when like there's certain members of the media that respect the women or they really enjoy them. They have a lot of questions, but only 4 minutes. You only had that many questions for Ebos. This is a big fight for her. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to talk about here, like how she feels. Does she feel stronger? Like, does she feel like her punch resistance going up in training? You know what I mean? Like, ask some good questions here. Like, talk about how she really feels. That the weight cuts making 115. Do they kill her? Does she feel good about this one? Come on. Ask her about who she wanted to fight after Chookagian. I know she didn't just say Valentina. She named last time, in the other interview, she named some other people, but they only get a girl 4 minutes. Damn. She was still looking around too. She thought somebody had more questions, but nobody had anything. So I was like, well, I don't know. I will agree with Kayla Harrison on that one thing. Like she said, sometimes, they just ask the same questions. She was like, y'all need to kind of switch it up, just, give her something different. And that's why she be like that sometimes, which I respect Kayla Harrison on that. I agree with her on that. She said it herself. She was like, these interviewers, they be asking her the same thing. And sometimes you got to get up for that because it's like over and over, the same old thing. She was like, ask me something different. Some of these voices are the same, though. They should know Amanda Ebos because they've been there before. So I ain't media. I don't consider myself media. I'm just somebody that does a show on WMMA. And I'll have guests and I'll just keep doing it at my own pace. I ain't never going to do that. James Press said the man is good at being the hammer, not the nail. Yeah, since she makes resistance against Peter, she has to take it too, and she can't. Brian Williams said they don't know them. They have no clue. That's right. They don't, man. That's why I'm like, yo, take your, go do some research, man, or like get some people that know them. It just annoys me. Until you just said this is why I should be the pre-fight MMA media. Stamina said the problem we have is that the regular media allows them to be fans of fighters, and that really affects the quality of their work, in my opinion. Yeah, like some will get longer interviews because they play favoritism, which means the ones that go under the radar are like a Ebos. Like surprisingly, Ebos, I'm surprised she got 4 minutes. I would think she'd be longer. She only gets a couple minutes. Taylor Santos, she might be one that's going to get 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Of course, Valentina, she's going to be out there longer. They're going to ask questions, the same questions, but she'll get longer, maybe 18 minutes, 15 minutes. But like these other ones, I don't even think they did with one with Verna Generova. Of course, they're using the language barrier, but still. Colostrum said, I just watched the interview with Valentina underestimating Taylor. It might backfire. Uh-oh. I didn't watch it yet. Colostrum said, why did Taylor tell them how she plans on winning? I don't know. I gotta watch it. MJ says funny that there's no women with WMMA YouTube channels, only men with WMMA channels. Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. It just shows you once again that women don't even support women like that. And it's true. Women out, this is a whole different thing, but I ain't even gonna go into that war because then y'all gonna definitely get at me. But y'all know, look, sometimes women support women, but not all the time. Because I know some women out there. I got friends. They talk about other women behind their back, and they're supposed to be friends. I don't tell though. I'm not a snitch, but I'm just saying, like, women do that. They'll talk. then they smile in the other woman's face. So I'm not really surprised there's not a lot of women WMMA channels because they're like, I'd rather watch the men too. They're not gonna support them like that. MJ said Kevin Samuels was right. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels said a lot of good things. He said a lot of right things. It's just people didn't like the tone. I mean, what Kevin Samuels was saying was how a lot of men think already and how a lot of women think. People just don't like to hear the truth. The truth is ugly. People like to see a mask, but when you take that mask off and you see that ugliness, they like, wow. But there's truth in like a lot of stuff he says. But I'm just saying that's how it be, man. Like women YouTube channels would help. If you had more Megan Andersons out there or more like Angela Hill and Karen Bryant type shows that just focused on women, it probably would get somewhere. Put Karen Bryant, Angela Hill, I like their show, but they do men and women. They don't just focus on WMMA. Megan, she'll interview both, but when it comes to Invicta, she has good breakdown. So that's all you really have is like, I don't even know if Laura Sanko even does cover WMMA like that anymore, like strictly. None of them just really do focus like on WMMA, but when they do, that's really all you have as far as women covering it. Karen Bryant, Angela Hill, Megan Anderson, Laura Sanko, but even then they're not delving into it like that. Brian Williams said, I told y'all Karen Bryant, a black woman covering MMA, didn't even know who Tanisha Tennant is. Wow. Are you serious? Y'all gonna make me unsub from her channel. So you don't know who Tanisha Tennant is? Even Megan Anderson knows Tanisha. I mean, she be in there covering her fights. Oh, come on, man. But yeah, I cover a lot of them. I cover these lower level fighters. I've been watching. I watch any of them. That's why I watch any of them. And if they're working hard, I give them some shine. Oh boy, I don't really watch a lot of WMMA channels. Actually, like, of course, I watch Coach. He's the reason I got started. I love Coach. I do watch Addict. Whenever I get a chance, those are like the channels I go into. Like, Coach, I watch him a lot. I check Addict every now and then. I'll see something of his pop up. BJ, of course, but that's about it. Like, I'm doing my own research on fights. Like, before I even knew about these other channels, I was just watching fights and coming up with my own ideas and just coming with my own point of view. Because I was just watching everything, But yeah, I don't really see any other. Like, I'll look at MMA Junkie when they cover some women. That's about it. I mean, you must really have to delve deep finding somebody else on YouTube because I don't think there is. Stamina said Marcel Talks MMA is another channel. She's still not 100% women though. Brian Williams said, I told them Karen and Angela that live one day in the comments and crickets. Oh yeah. I know who Marcel Talks. I think I heard of her. I think I know who TJ's talking about. This older white lady. She does interviews because she's interviewed some of the same people I have. I can't think of her name though, because she interviewed like the same week I interviewed Miranda a while back. I can't remember her name though. What is her name? I know who you're talking about, TJ. I haven't watched. I watched a couple of her videos a while back, but I haven't watched her in a while. I don't even know if she still does them. What is her name, man? Yeah, she has a lot of interviews too. Let me see. Just strictly women. You don't really get that, no. Carrie Siller. Is that her? Carrie Siller. Nope, that's not her. That's another one added to the list, though. I mean, you can check out, but no, that's not. I'm thinking Carrie Stiller. I've never seen her, but I mean, this the one I'm thinking of. She's, does a lot of WMMA interviews. But yeah, you really don't, man. I can't believe she didn't know who Tanisha Tennant was, though, man. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that interview tonight. That media call between Valentina and Taylor. I'm gonna check that out. I mean, yeah, when it comes down to it, I just do my channel based off of what I know, and what I watch. So I mean, like, not like I'm really looking for anything other than watch than what I do now. Um, I just wanted to know if there was any other people out there like promoting it like that. But yeah, Karen's got like 164,000 subscribers, so I would be like, to brush up and know some of these Invicta fighters, that would be wise, because they need to get that promotion out there for them. Like, I would think that Karen Bryan and Angela Hill would hit that Invicta circuit. So Brian, was Angela Hill there? Like, did she not know who Tanisha Tennant was? Or was it just Karen there? Yeah, it was as a Jay Press at war. You seem to not understand how hard it is to hit Valentina clean over and over again. Yeah. Yeah, Valentina, she don't go to war. She pillages, right? I want to see Taylor do good. I want to see Valentina in for a good fight. Like, even if it's not a war, I just want to see maybe a split where we can all talk and say, wow, this girl is good. Okay, let's see. What was it I was talking about? I was reading something. What was it I was talking about? It said something. Okay, yeah. That's what it was. Okay, yeah. And okay, Brian said Angela said she actually follows Tennant. Okay. No wonder Tanisha Tennant's followers is so small. It's like some of these fighters not these commentators and analysts don't even know her. They just know about the big fish. I mean, that's what they get paid to cover, I guess, So, you know. I mean, I like to know who's on the come up though. I love to know who's on the come up in some of these fighters though. Like I said, a lot of these people didn't know Rose until then, but yeah, I've been seeing Tisha and Rose and all these fighters, and they were back in before they even jumped into Invicta, and then boom, they hit Invicta. I've been watching them. There's another lady, not this Carrie Stella lady, but there's another one, TJ. I can't think of her name. Like, she does mostly interviews, and this, it's strictly WMMA. What is that lady's name? Now I can't think of. Let me see if I can find. Oh, somebody she interviewed that I could pull this thing up on. Let's see. Am I subscribed to her? Let's see. Let's see if I can find this other lady. I can recommend her channel to you because she does do some nice interviews. It's good to see, woman interviewing. Supporting WMMA like that. Yeah, it's not her. It's not her. Let's see. Let's see. There's my interview. What is her name? All right, come on. Wait a minute, is this her? Did somebody say Evolve Women's MMA? Because that's her. Yeah, that's the lady. Evolve Women's MMA. She does interviews. She hasn't done too many though. Like, she was doing some around the time I was doing them more, consistently. 2 years ago. Because yeah, she interviewed Jillian DeCourcy 2 years ago. Pam Bam, Miranda, Lindsay Van Zant, Tatiana Suarez, Brianna Van Buren. Yeah, she's got a lot of good interviews. Evolve Women's MMA. I thought I was subscribed to her. I guess I'm not. I'm subscribed to her. Yeah, that's who I was talking about, TJ. Yeah, Evolve Women's MMA. That's the lady I was thinking of.
Welcome to the Evolve WMMA podcast.
And not that many people viewing it because that just shows you that a lot of people don't jump in to it like that. Yeah, her last interview was Pam Bam. Yeah, so that's one I'd recommend, I guess. I check this one out. This channel, Evolve Women's MMA. I have to go back and watch a lot of these interviews. Just to kind of catch up here. Yeah, she did a lot of interviews. She been interviewing for a minute. Oh, she interviewed Jose Cotton too. Okay, we interview a lot of the same people. Caitlin Young, Tanya Evinger, dang. Zara Ferran dos Santos, Amanda Buckner. Oh, she been doing this. Oh, snap. I didn't even know she was that. Oh, her channel been up here for a minute. Let's see. Evolve MMA past 5 years. Yeah, see channels like this, they go under the radar, man, because, like, again, this is a woman supporting woman, but I don't really see any other women supporting her like that. And I'm just saying, that's how it usually works. So I'll put her channel here if y'all want to check it out. She interviews a lot of women. Last one she did was back in March. Hopefully she comes back with some more though. Maybe I'll check some out, drop a comment there, let them know. But yeah, check that channel out. Cause yeah, I remember seeing a couple of them. I seen the Miranda and Lindsey Van Zant interview, but yeah, more people need to check this stuff out. That's the only way WMMA gets popular. She's been around for a minute. Yeah, got to get her subs up for, maybe she'll get back in. Maybe I need to get her on. Maybe I'll interview an interviewer. She's been around this long. Yeah, she got a lot of good people up here. I've interviewed as well, but some I haven't. Brianna Van Buren, Chantel Coates, right before her pro debut. Deanna Bennett. She hit him up multiple times. She's got Olga Rubin, Pam Bam many a time. Tanya Evinger, yeah. I said Headbuster, right? Yeah, Joseph Cotton up on here. Jenny Fry, multiple times. Yeah, she seemed cool. Yeah, check that one out. Check that channel out. But yeah, like I said, that's like the main other one I stepped out before. Like I said, other than that. And if y'all know a guy named No Filter MMA, I watch that guy sometimes. I don't know. This guy named No Filter MMA, he supposedly likes Casey O'Neill. I don't know who that guy really think he is, but he think he knows something. This guy named, what's the guy's name? BJ. He be talking stuff about Casey O'Neill being like the next big thing. You can check his channel out if you want. This guy thinks Casey O'Neill is a good fighter. MJ said, why don't they do open workouts before these UFC events anymore? I don't know. Can't be the pandemic situation. That's a big part of it, like I think that's like one of the best times to get questions. Like when they're working out, you can ask them stuff. Boxing, they still do it. Yeah, TJ said there are women that cover it, but you have to search for them. Yeah, and that's the point. You have to search for them. But like, as far as like channels that everybody goes to, like Coach, Addict, me sometimes, right? No Filter MMA. Like you don't really have to search as hard. You know what I mean? Like you don't. But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, they're there, but you really do have to delve because I should have known some of these besides Evolve Women's MMA, but like this was the main one I know. Her. Marisol Latin. Okay. Stamina says Marisol. MMA channel probably meant folks wouldn't find her so easy. Who was the other one you said? Let me see. Stamina mentioned channel MMA with Jay. Let me see that one. Probably gone now if you said she's been gone for a minute. The J MMA. Nah, I don't see her. I'm sending out links for hour 3. Oh boy. Stamina said, well, TJ, you need to jump on one day. Stamps, I think fighters have quietly got the word out that they don't much like these open workouts. Derek Bill, okay, Jamel had his open workout today. Okay. Sometimes, yeah, you can see a little something. You can see a little something from an open workout, but maybe that's a good reason why they don't do them, because they don't want to show if there's something wrong. TJ still trying to settle it down there. All right, now. What you trying to settle down to, the weather, man, or the cops harassing you? What's going on out there? You ain't settled in. You still gotta get furniture moved in. Yeah, I know. Florida's hot, man. It ain't no joke. I'm about 6 to 7 hours away. Wait, am I? No, wait. I'm about no, I ain't 6, 7. I'm like, depending on what part of Florida, I think I'm like 9 to 10. And we feel some of that rising heat, those hurricanes that come through. Of course, I like heat though, so. MJ said, I really miss GDR. Nobody gives her credit for beating Pena. I do. I mean, if you mean like the majority, yeah, the majority don't, but I give her full credit. She got full credit on that one for me. Not only did she get her first submission, but she got her submission over somebody that was supposed to submit her. She submitted somebody with better grappling. I mean, how real is that? TJ said, need new furniture. Movers effed up almost. Oh wow, man. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I don't mess with movers. 2 of your guns been missing. Wow, man. Like, it's hell, but I do all my own moving. I don't care how big the stuff is. I got the guns for it. I'm gonna work it. I'm gonna get the crew together that I know, my family, if need be, and we're gonna make it work. We're gonna struggle with it. Might take a day or two. Might almost go crazy, but I'm gonna move it. I can't trust these movers, man. They be smashing TVs. They be stealing. Like you said, they be stealing. They be throwing stuff down the steps. People just don't know. Like, they'll throw stuff down a stairway instead of like carrying it down. They'll do that. But dang, man, they stole your gun. Wow. Any of that stuff going to get covered? I mean, like, as far as like, is there a contract you have to sign, TJ, or where it covers their mess ups? Ernest said Hill's getting submitted. I got Verna in this fight. Yes, sir. Let's see. Evolve Women's MMA podcast. Podomatic. I have to sign up for this one. I didn't even know about this platform. I need to put my show on this platform. Podomatic. Shelly Divine. That's her name. Okay, yeah. Shelly Divine. Let's see. Yeah, TJ said, never again. I'll move my own stuff going forward. It's all covered by insurance. Yeah. I've helped, my people move, and we just get together and we make it work. We be sweating, man. We be working, but at least we know our stuff is taken care of. You know, it's wrapped right, it's loaded right. Whether it's me, my brother, you know, when we moving, yeah, we just get in contact and maybe 2 or 3, 4 of us doing it. But yeah, I just can't trust some of these people, man. A Smith and Wesson, dang, 686 revolver and a car 9mm are missing. Oh wow, yeah, they got that. Oh boy, they got that. Have I seen the 60? Seen the 686 revolver? Oh wow, that's a nice one too. I think that's one I was looking at one day. I was looking at the a 45. That is a nice one too, TJ. I would be pissed. Yeah, I was. That's what I want. But you can't blame me, TJ, because I ain't down there. I didn't take it. You can't blame me, TJ. I didn't take it. But I do want one of those. I want one of them 686s. Yeah. I just remember that's on my list. Yeah, that thing is expensive. The thing from where I'm at, it's like 1,000. Yeah, that 686 is 1,000 up here. You know, it's close to it, but you paid. But damn, that thing is pretty too, man. I would be really mad too. Colostrum said, when will good strikers like Hill and Lemos learn how to fight on the ground? I think when you get to a certain point in your career, you get comfortable. You don't. Still got about 20 of y'all in here. Hit that like button. I'm gonna get out of here in a minute, but you know, hit the like, hit the bell icon if you want notifications. Yeah, I don't know, Colostrum. I think Lemos has time, but Hill's been in the game for a minute, over 20 fights, and she still hasn't really made that change. You know, JoJo, she's been working on hers a little bit, but it still hasn't came, you know? Firo beats Santos, easy work, though. Wow. Zama said Firo beats Santos, easy work. She definitely got hands quick enough to do the job. Glock 17. I got that. That's what I have. I want to go to the shooting range soon here. There's a couple of guns I want, but yeah, I have one of those, MJ. Brian Williams said James Valentina missed a whole lot. Man had good defense in the control range. I'm just ready for that fight next month, man. I'm just ready for it at this point. Colostrum, Hill better circle around and confuse Vernon's late. Oh wow, you crazy, man. No, her eyes are working, man. She's on them. Yeah, it's a nice one. When I went to the shop here and was looking at different pieces, you know, they was like, yeah, that one is a good one. Because I think I was looking at a one that held 15, but that 17, I like the feel of it. Easy to load, easy to clean. I need to take that thing out and, you know, put some miles on it. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I need to get. AR. I do want a 686 revolver like that. Yeah. Lafayette said, "All right, been a pleasure talking back. Been a pleasure falling back." All right, man. So yeah, I think before we wrap this one up in another 15 minutes, before we go, everybody put all your picks in the comment section. Put all your picks in the comment section. I know everybody said here and there who they got, but who do y'all got? Who do y'all got? Put your picks one last time before we wrap this thing up. Come on, do that for me. Put your picks, hit the like one more time. That's how we gonna wrap this show up. Let's wrap this up. We got 20. Y'all hit the like. Good. Let's wrap it up with everybody's picks. All 6 fights or whatever you're picking or whatever you're watching. Whichever fights you're watching, put your picks. I got Lachanna. I can see Pinko winning, though. I got Lachanna Green, Kate Jackson, Denise Kielholtz, Verna Genderoba, Caitlin Chookagian, and Vivian Araujo. So put your picks before I get up out of here. We're going to see what y'all got one last time. Don't waste the time. Don't get way too. All right, Lafayette said Hill. He's going Angela Hill, Denise Kielholtz, Araujo, and Chookagian. Okay. Cool. Okay. MJ says some of the weapons you name are illegal in my country. Are you a police officer? No way. I am not an officer. And they're not here. This is a gun heavy state. You know, this is a gun heavy type of state. So yeah. TJ said he's got Hill, Chookagian, and Lee. Okay. Hill, Chookagian, and Lee. I think he's got Lee by submission, right? Okay, we'll see. All right. Zaman has Verna, Chookagian, and Viv. Okay, so we got the same picks as Zaman, so we'll be torn together if somebody loses, right? You can't say I told you so. Brian Williams got Hill, Vivi, Ebos, and Denise Kielholtz. All right, Brian, we have Vivian Araujo and Denise. Oh boy, if Ebos wins, that's gonna be crazy. MJ said I got all the underdogs, but only Kielholtz. Now you got Ebos too? Dang. TJ said one of my rifles is illegal in New Jersey, so I couldn't move back there. Oh, down south, everything's pretty much right or go. Like what as far as guns is illegal in south in the southern area and Midwest area, all them hunting states. FMP, oh, the PS90 is illegal too. Do this 50 round. Yeah, yeah, it would be. Yeah. PS90, yeah, that's nice. AR, I know what I need. What do I need? Dang, there's this new shotgun I seen. I wanted. I can't think of the name right now. I got a list of this stuff, but yeah, there's a nice shotgun I want. Nice pump. 12. Oh, dang, he said you gotta sell them. Shoot, I would have got that 686 off you. If well, no, that's not. I'd like to buy that from you if you still had it. BJ, that boy ended the win night. BJ, you just missed. I was talking trash. No, I'm just jokingly talking trash. BJ, we were talking about not many WMMA channels out there, done by women. Not many women WMMA channels out there. No, not that revolving barrel. I got a picture of it. Hold on. See, it's weird. People from different regions and countries. That's why I like to talk to different people because it's some people think it's weird. See, Stamina said hearing him talk about guns is weird. Like, it's not weird down south, man. Like, this is just a thing. Like, I'm not a redneck. I am not a redneck whatsoever. I'm not really like a hunter or anything like that. I can, but I don't roll with no good old boys. But I like guns. Talk about guns. I like guns. I'm a guy. I like guns. BJ said there used to be one, but she vanished. Evolve Women's MMA is a good one, BJ, but she's not really around anymore. All right, James Perez, he's out the building. See you later, man. He was having a good conversation. That's why I disturb him. Let me see. Trying to. Whoa. Where's this gun at? Yeah, Stamina brought that channel up too. I can't find it. Channel MMA with Jay. I can't find it. Just happy. Mr. Lisa, just a happy go lucky gun owner. Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, around here it's like that, Mr. Lee. It's nothing to us. SBRMA shotgun. I mean, you want to put something else on my list? Hold on. SBR. Hold on. Yes. Hmm. Okay. Oh, SRM. Okay, SRM. SRM. SRM shot. Oh, that's a nice one. Yeah, that is nice. Stamina says it's weird because there's none of that stuff in this part of the world. Well, not none, but they're either for the gangsters or the very rich, who are sometimes the same people. Yeah, I figured that. I knew. I know. Yeah, I was like, it's interesting to me that y'all find that weird because yeah, y'all don't have it like that. Like, yeah, if you come here, of course, down south, it's nothing, man. Like you got them hanging on the walls, hanging on the racks. You'll hear gunshots out in the woods from people hunting, target practice, shooting range. So yeah, it's like nothing. Mossberg 590, that's a nice one. Mossberg 590, yeah. Okay, Stamina put that link there. I want to check that out. Let me see. Yeah. I hope we don't have any people that don't like guns. I mean, if you don't, I hope we ain't offending anybody talking about guns because we're talking about adults. We're all grown adults. Grown adults. We're all mature adults. I got a permit. I took a class. I passed with a very high grade. I learned how to shoot. I got a kill shot type of award, a kill shot notice because I did better than a lot of people. I did better than some of the hunters and the rednecks. Well, most of them. I won't even say some. I did better than a lot of them. I'm just saying. Yeah, I like to go to the range. Just Valentina. She's a shooter too. She hits the range. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to click this link here. I want to see this channel you're talking about. Oh wow, it's been gone. This 3 years ago. Yeah, perfect. You want to see me hit a perfect circle with a 16 clip? I can do it. I'm just saying. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this channel, maybe Jay's gone for like 3 years. Dang. Wow, MJ got to carry it out there like that. Dang. Stamina said gun mower. Yeah, like I'm not a hunter. I just like it. I just like to do it. I need to go again soon. Zama said she had placed second in her hunter's game last year. She was way ahead of Cowboy for sure. Wow. BJ said that Jojua fights on the 20th. Yeah, it is. I need to check that out. Let's see what Jojua can do, man. I mean, I think I'm picking her to win, but I know it's a step down, but that's what she needs, right? Oh wow, you see, you got to carry one everywhere. Wow. I mean, here, we have carry here. You can if you want. Open carry laws is a little different, but you don't need it wherever you go around here. Darby said, I was in Montana last week. Guy at Walmart says you don't need a license to own and carry a gun rifle. Only need one if you want to conceal. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that out there. Hang on one second. Darby said, what did I miss? Well, Darby, what are your picks for all the fights on the screen? We can start there. Well, that's pretty much what we talked about tonight. Darby, put your picks in for any of the fights that you care about up here. And BJ, who are you picking in these fights? BJ, what are your picks? BJ, put your picks in. Everybody else did. Let's see. BJ, put your picks in for these fights. Darby, do that. And Mojo. I ain't see Mojo in a minute. What's going on, Mojo? Who you picking, Mojo, out of these 6 fights? Or 3 or 4, whoever you watch. Who else ain't put their picks there? I think Brian. Yeah, Brian, he already did. MJ said you need one today because the pandemic made people crazy and dangerous. Yeah, that's true. A lot of people moving from California to Texas. Wow. Man, you can't even own a gun out there, and California is weird. I'd like to visit there, but I wouldn't want to live in California. Okay. All right, BJ said Chookagian, Araujo, Verna, Kielholtz, and whoever Kate Jackson's opponent is. What? He's picking whoever her opponent is. We got all the same picks on the main ones. I got Chookagian, Araujo, Verna, and Kielholtz too. Yeah, shout out to Emily Ducote, man. It was a good stoppage. I still need to do a recap of that show, that card tomorrow. As Ahmed said, I guess I'm on the island, but I got Watanabe. If she gets it to the ground, maybe. Yeah, Brian said, where you at? Like, Brian said, where you? Well, yeah, weren't you supposed to go live? Like, what about that Casey O'Neill Roxy fight? Weren't you supposed to do that, BJ? Casey and Roxy. Casey, Roxy. Live round by round. MJ said, who you got, Mayweather or more? I'm going to go with Mayweather. MJ's got Hill, Ebos, Araujo, Kielholtz, Kate Jackson, Delphine Pursuit. I got Delphine too. Casey, Roxy tomorrow. Okay. Mojo says he's got Chookagian, Lee, Kielholtz, and Verna. Okay. Yeah, I got Kate Jackson. Kate Jackson's got enough. More than enough for that fight. Okay, we all live? I just got a notification. Gordon, what's up? Gordon said, I listened to a dozen predictions. There isn't much consensus on any of the WMMA bouts. All are too close to call with certainty. Well, last week they were really close to me, but these, I think you can kind of decide on what style plays out. Somewhat. I know, Gordon, you got Andrea Lee, but who else do you got? I know Gordon has Andrea Lee, but from there I'm stumped. Who else do you got? Yeah, BJ, what were your thoughts on DeCourcy Van Zandt? That was a good fight, man. Dang, Van Zandt, I'm crushed. I feel like BJ when Montana lost now. Anderson Silva, he's also boxing on that card. Oh, he is in Dubai? Okay. Anderson Silva's boxing skills are okay, though. I mean, he beat Chavez Jr. I mean, it's not like Chavez Jr. is a big threat, but still. Yeah, I'm like BJ. I'm crushed, man. I'm like, I'm feeling like when Macy whooped Montana. Damn, man. Gordon said he can't decide. Okay. Outside of Andrea Lee, I know you got her, but the rest, okay. Zaman said Verna, Chookagian, Vivi, Watanabe, and Jackson. Yeah, we got all the same ones except Watanabe. I'm going Kielholtz. Yeah, Anderson Silva versus Jake Paul. That's big money for him. Yeah, that loss hurt, TJ. That hurt, man. She's a good person, good fighter, too. And Brittany Cloudy lost too. I was crushed. Two of them lost. Two fighters I was going for lost. Chelsea Chandler went in there and did it. But damn. Oh, man. Yeah, the Cloudy one definitely hurt, too. I ain't gonna lie, that was a crushing one for sure. She's cool as hell. We get a chance to talk. I had her on here a few times. And, she's a good person, too, But, I mean, if you're looking at the corner perspective, it's like, hey, you just got to go back and find out what it is you failed, This time around, you come back and get better. Moses, I felt bad for Van Zandt. That was brutal. It was, man. As much as I love a good KO, I hate the fact that she was on the end of it, man. Like, I can't watch it again. Like, I enjoy knockouts, but I was vicious, man. I can't look at that again. Much as I love KOs, nobody likes to see one of their favorite fighters get KO'd like that. Damn. I'm just fixing something on my computer here. Oh, shoot. What? Oh, no. Come on, man. You don't like the accent, man? You don't like the New York accent? I like her accent. That gives her more character, I think. That adds to her, character. I ain't from that region, but that's why it kind of fascinates me. DJ said hour 4. Call in time. $3.99 per minute. 1-800-BREAKER. Yeah, man, she's 4-4. Yeah, Brian, I mean, that's what it is. I mean, it's not the same. Like Lindsay, yeah, she got caught. You can get caught. But yeah, when you in a fight that long, real talk, just real talk, like you have to go in there and you can't fall. Hang on, you can't go in there and fight your opponent's fight like that. Right? You have to go in there, take away their strength. You can't go in there and do that. You can't go in there and trade with somebody that big. Or let her get you into a clinch. And what the heck? I'm trying to fix some of my computers acting up. Dang, man. I'm about to shut this thing down here in a minute. But yeah, it's should be a good night of fights tomorrow, y'all. Bellator, and then Saturday should be a good card. It's a free card, so no worries about paying there. Okay. All right. Okay, done with that. Okay, so I was just fixing some of my computer while I was on here with y'all. But I'm going now. MJ said you want to call the Bellator fights? Actually, no. I'm gonna be busy tomorrow. I'll be busy this whole weekend. Really, I'm gonna just catch the fights when I can. So no fight companions this weekend. Nope, none at all. Yeah, I can't. I don't know if she might have underestimated. It could have been that DeCourcy. Yeah, it could have been that because maybe she didn't think her striking was as good. And since she got caught. That could have been it. Yeah, 1 p.m. tomorrow. 1 p.m. And ESPN Plus for the regular card, UFC Fight Night card. No 4 hours. I'm getting out of here. So yeah, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm getting up out of here. Hit the like if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell icon if you haven't, so you'll be notified when I'm on, and you won't have to ask me later why didn't I know you were on. Well, hit the bell icon. So enjoy your weekend, y'all. I'm gonna check these fights out. When I get a chance throughout the weekend, then we'll talk Monday. Or is it one thing that seems to be such an agreement with? It seems to be much agreement on is bad cardio. Yeah. There is no phone number, but there is a email address where you send your emails. All right, peace out, Mojo. And like always, Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.